Good morning. Sorry about that. Um, I was having some visual, um, what I thought was technical difficulties. However, if we go over here, let me show you how stupid I am. I was like going through the settings of my uh, desktop and everything. I was like, why the fuck is my green screen? Every time I turn the green screen on, okay. So I would turn it off like this. I would go, what the hell is going on? So turn it off, and then I would see myself. But when I would turn it on, hold on a minute. Let me go here. I'll be over in the chat in just a sec. I'd turn it on and I'd be like, why am I not? What the hell's going on? Like I disappear. That's because I had the fade turned all the way up. And I'm stupid. See how I'm slowly appearing into the world? Do you see that? Yeah. So I got me my coffee and my green tea mix to wake me up here. Okay. Anyways, good morning, straight up Bell, Danny, Izzy new. You'll be listening while getting ready for bed. Okay, Lonnie. Well, I hope you have good sleep. Good morning. Good morning, Laverne. Good morning, Jen. Good morning, Angela. I love you, Angela. I hope you're doing good. Angela Witt, good morning. Charlie Ann, and the rest of y'all too. I'm trying to listen before I go into surgery. Prayers that your surgery goes extremely well, whatever it is. And thank you for that, Charlie Ann. Good morning, CJ. Michael is doing better. Thank you. He's a very stubborn Taurus, so he does not sit still. Hey, Bitch Talks. Happy birthday. Everyone wish Bitch Talks happy birthday. It is her birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Every day of the year, Bitch Talk says it's her birthday, so I beat you to it. Love you, Megan. Good morning. Siren's got to work about a half hour ago. Oh, you got to work about a half hour ago. You'll have a listen in about 12 hours. Fuck that. That's what I say to that. Fuck that. Yes, every day this year and next year. So every single day we do celebrate Bitch Talks. Okay. So it's a very special thing to us. You love that I remembered? Well, how could I forget? I forget everyone's birthday, by the way, but I will never, actually, I will forget your actual birthday because I already forgot it. So every day is your birthday. I'm just going to tell you happy birthday every single day and just leave it be. Leave it at that. We should just do that to all of our friends. Does anybody else forget people, their friends, their lovers, their parents? See, my mom and my Aunt Sally they're almost identical twins. They almost look exactly the same, but they're only, I think, 1 day short of a year apart, or 1 year and 1 day apart, because their birthdays are back to back. And I always twist them up. I'm like, wait, which one's the 7th and which one's the 8th? I always mix them up. Good morning, German lady. Hope you're doing good. Bitch Talk says, as long as you do that, you'll never miss it. Bingo. Good morning, Lawrence. Hope you're doing good. You're so guilty of that. Yeah, I'm just, I'm bad at people's names too. You could tell me your name and I'm like, I'll shake your hand and then I'll immediately forget your name. It's bad. Like, I barely remember my own name most of the time, especially now for different reasons. Good morning, Brittany. Morning, Kelly. Love you too, Kelly. Good morning, Tara Boom. You forget birthdays all the time, Thea? Yeah, I think it's just a thing. And I even have them set in my phone, like calendar notifications. I don't look at those. Look at these notifications. By the way, I always put a hot man on my screensaver because it's like, it motivates me to want to get that body, which I'm not far off from that body right there. My husband's ass is better than that. But yeah, look at these notifications. So we have our security cameras outside, which is wise. And every single time something makes a move. It's like, but yeah, tons of notifications. Good morning, Jur. Thank you. He's doing good. He's already working, back to work already. So I'll get to that in a minute because I called his bosses, which they're amazing too. So I'll get to that in just a sec. So gather around, grab your coffee. Your birthday's January 22nd, right before Locomize. Oh, well, happy belated. God, Kelly, did I even tell you happy birthday on your actual one? I don't feel like I did. Gather around and we'll hop to it. Skip to my loo, bitches. No, no chance. Oh, fuck. No chance. No, no dance. No chance. No dance. No chance. Give me second chances. That's so cool! Hey! Ow! Ow! My Robin Gross says, do you ever see someone? By the way, sorry, I can't see my intro. StreamYard is messing up right now. Can't see my intro when it was playing. So anyways, do you ever see someone you know their name, but then you introduce them and start to question if you got it right, even when you've known them forever? I know I'll be like, hey, you, hey, just like make a joke out of it or something, or be like, I don't know, give them a nickname or something, and they'll be like, when did you start calling me that? And you're like, when I realized I didn't remember your fucking name. You're celebrating National Bitch Day. Ooh, Papa like. Papa like. That's what she said while reaching around. You hold on a minute. You told him to be resting. Yeah, he doesn't do that. My husband's a stubborn Taurus and he's a busybody. Ooh, Sagittarius. And welcome, Belle. I don't know. Did you get your phone? You're on somebody else's account. Welcome to members. YouTube has proven me how evil humans can really be. Yes. And Brittany, like oftentimes, I think we feel it's our need to like get back just as low as they do. And I'll get to that in just a minute too. Oh yes, I sang to you. Okay, good. See, I don't even remember if I told Kelly happy birthday. I actually sang to her. Sorry about that. Shit, I don't even remember what I did on my last birthday. And my 42nd one's already coming up in about 2 months. I don't remember what I did. Oh, you're on your friend's account. Okay. So that's Beck Del Real under the Danny account. There's some real scumbags on YouTube. Well, let's get into that. Oh, a Libra? Oh shit, Laverne. Libras are very, whether they're male or female, they're very, how do I say this? Odd. But they're all about, okay, and don't take offense, Libras. They're all about balance, okay? They feel like everything has to be balanced, but they feel like it's their job to balance shit. That kind of goes with like the payback. I'm going to pay you back. And in the process of doing that, Libras kind of fuck shit up. They go a little bit overboard, so it's never really balanced. Capricorns are good people, Lawrence. Very, very independent people that can just start over at the drop of a hat. And always like, there's some where I'm like, how the fuck do you do it? Like, you have your own life the very next day after your breakup. You're already in a new house and unpacked and everything. What the fuck? They're like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, okay. Lonnie's middle name is Bitch. Her birthday was the 7th of January and she feels old as fuck. Yeah, Capricorns are good people. Good people. You don't want to fuck with one though. They're kind of like Taurus to the point where they're very calm and level-headed until you get them to that point. And then they're just like, all right, gloves are off, condoms are off, it's all off. Prepare to get an STD. Your son is a Capricorn and that's him. Ooh, Pisces. Beware of the Pisces because they are much like us Geminis, but Pisces are the twin fish. And if you fuck with them, they will go underwater. and you won't know where they are, like in the movie Jaws, and they will pop up in your life where you least fucking expect, and they'll be like, hey, bitch, I'm here to fuck it up. You Pisces are crazy. When you need to be. Well, actually, you never need to be. You just do. You're very loving, though. Like, Pisces are very romantic people. You're married to a Leo. Ooh, good in the sack then, right? Wow. They're good in the sack. Very bossy, though. Leos are bossy as fuck. Bryn is a Gemini. Not sure if I fit the mold. Well, I don't think you really even need. I mean, Geminis fit in where we are. Basically, when you say you're a Gemini, you're every single sign. We get the best of all the worlds. We can be any of you bitches at any given moment. And that is the truth. That's why people are like, you have like 5 million different personalities. It's like, no, I'm just like adjusting to your personality so that because we're the sign of communication. So we will like make adjustments in our language and vocabulary so that we can communicate with you. And the best way to do that is to like get on someone's level, and people will be like, why are you acting like that around them? It's like trying to communicate. You got to get on their level. So if you're like, ah! My coffee just fucking attacked me. Oh my God. Sorry about that. So if you're like sitting with a gangsta, you talk more like, yo, what's up? You know? So it's not like you're changing yourself for them. You're just, wanting to communicate with them. Hey, Nicole, let me hear you say, well, Gemini, let me hear you say, ooh. You're on the cusp of Pisces, Aries, Moon, Scorpio rising, Gemini. I don't have a towel in here, so I'm just going to fucking lick this off the counter. There's coffee all over the fucking desk. You should be a water sign. I'm an air sign. You're a Virgo and would love a Capricorn husband. Virgos, you guys are, hey, Tamara, over on Facebook. Virgos are fucking, God. See, and this is why in signs, and now you got me off topic, and we'll get into that. Let's just get warmed up, okay? Let the coffee hit before we get into the subject. But Virgos are they're lovely. I have a lot of lovely Virgos, but in a relationship, it's very hard to please a Virgo. There's so many OCD expectations and like very emotional and loving. Virgos are very loving, but let me call Virgo out on something. And sorry about this, but this is just for fun. Virgos will do something for you, and sometimes I feel like they'll intentionally do it to be like, when they're mad at you, to throw it in your face. They'll be like, I did this for you, and this, and this. And it's like, and you're being a bitch right now. Why does that matter? Sorry, Virgos. I love you, though. Hey, Pesky. You Virgos really know how to fuck some, make somebody angry. And it's almost like it's enjoyable sometimes. Ooh, but you don't want to fuck with a Virgo either. Sagittarius are good in bed, but assholes. Sagittariuses are very loving to others, but they definitely have a me first quality, which, I mean, I could kind of relate to that. Everybody should put yourself first, but Sagittarius are very focused on their success and their well-being, but they're very loving. So maybe they do that to like, so that they're available to have resources to give to others, because they are very giving and loving. They're just very stern. Like if you look at a Sagittarius, you're like, oh, they don't look like they want me around. That's just their resting bitch face. You found out that Cancers are cunts? Cancers are low key. Yeah, they'll fuck you up. But if you don't really fuck with them, they won't fuck with you. Cancers do like a good argument, though, I'll tell you that. Aquarius and hubby is Aries. Ooh, good mix. That's a good mix. Anyways, healing vibes to Michael. Hope he's feeling better. Thank you for that. You have a football team of kids and would be here for years putting in my kids' signs. I know I could talk about signs forever. Because, I mean, if you pay attention to them now, a lot of people, they think it's bullshit because it really can. Anybody's details and description of their sign can be like applied to anybody. It's like everybody does that at one point. But if you actually pay attention to who's who and be like, what's your sign? Or sometimes you could even guess it, you'll start picking up and see what the fuck I'm talking about. A lot of you probably already know. Like I could even look at somebody before they talk and I'm like, oh, that's a Taurus. For example, Taurus and your husband's a Virgo. That's a good mix. Tauruses, this is how you could tell someone's a Taurus, and this is not to knock anybody, okay? My husband is a Taurus. So many of my good friends are Tauruses, and in my opinion, they're the very best sign of all time. They're the coolest fucking people ever. But Taurus's weight fluctuates very heavily. They'll go from being very big to thin to very big to thin to very big to thin almost their whole entire life. That's how you can tell a physical trait. I've seen that with every single fucking Taurus I've ever met in my entire life. Kelly Clarkson's a Taurus. She's been up and down. Pay attention. Geminis, you want to guess what one of our physical traits is? You'll get a bonus point if you can guess. As an Aries, you've always adored it and gotten along best with Aquarius. Aries and Aquarius are pretty chill, cool signs. Your hubby's a Leo and you're in Aries. It was a great match. He was very loving and protective and stubborn. That pretty much sums up a Leo. Taurus. There we go. We got a Taurus. Love you, Gulf Coast. Oh my God, my other bestie is a Taurus. And yes, I'm telling you, you have to pay attention. There's physical traits. There's also obviously the emotional, the personality traits, but pay attention to that shit. Has anybody guessed what one of the main physical traits of a Gemini? Outgoing? No, physical, like if you look at one. And I've been like, that's true. And because people tell me that all the time. And it's not because I'm a Gemini, they just say it. I'm going to give you a minute to guess. Love you, Gulf Coast. You've never been big at all. I guess there is still time. Possibly. You're beautiful. Are you on the cusp of anything? Rachel? Ass? No, not ass. Great smile and teeth? No. That's kind of. You're a Gemini and your husband's an Aries. Oh, so he's the cocky one in the relationship, huh? Gemini two-faced? We've been told that, but since we're the sign of communication, we will communicate with anybody, and that's kind of seen as two-faced. So kind of. Lips? No. May 18th. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're right there with Gemini, pretty much. But Gemini, the cusp is like 21st. Libra and hubby's a Leo. No, one of the main physical traits of a Gemini is animated. Like a cartoon character. We look like cartoon characters. Isn't that cool? Scorpio here and hubby's a Taurus. Ooh, that's a good sexual mix. That's a real good one. That's a real good one. Hey, Robbie. Good morning. Listening as I work. I hate Monday. Good morning, Mark W. Hope you're having a good day. Daughter's June 4th. June Geminis are cocky. May Geminis, we're more like, wee, fun. June Geminis are a little bit more serious. They take things more seriously than a May Gemini. It's very strange. Hey, Peggy Willis. Hey, over on Facebook, you're a Taurus and your husband is a Sagittarius. Ooh, that's a really good mix. Two stubborn motherfuckers, though. That does make sense, animated. Yeah, like type in the physical traits of your sign. Hold on, let's go to Gemini, because Geminis love talking about ourselves, and I swear to God, well, not to actual God, but remember how I told you the only people that talk about my Gemini tattoo on my leg are other Geminis? Like nobody ever says, hey, I like your tattoo, or what does your tattoo mean? Geminis love to brag about being Geminis. Because this guy the other day, he was like, hey, he was like this happy, really nice, like gay type of guy. And he's like, hey, is that a Gemini tattoo? And I was like, let me guess, you're a Gemini too. He's like, oh my God, how'd you know? I was like, because only Geminis ask me about it, and only Geminis love to say, I'm a Gemini too. We love to brag about it. Geminis love to brag. Like, oh my God, like talk about, pop culture and all that shit and ourselves. You have 2 children, born in May. One is a Gemini, the other is a Taurus. So the Gemini is the crazy one. The Taurus is cool as fuck. You said it, Robbie, but we've been together for 45 years. That's amazing. Yeah, because you both know what you want. So obviously you want each other and you know that. That's probably why you've been together that long. Hey, Punch Monkey, you're a proud Gemini? Yeah, every fucking Gemini is proud. We just love it. But hold on. Since I am a proud Gemini, let's look up the physical traits of Gemini. Physical traits of a Gemini. Okay. So this is the physical traits of a Gemini. They have bright eyes, check. Delicate features, check. And a friendly smile, check. That lures everyone in. Gemini ascendants are often very tall with lithe bodies, Lithe. Does that mean like slim bodies? I'm 5'10", so I mean, they also have very graceful arms and hands that people notice. Dude, my hands are fucked up. Check, check, check. Plus, Geminis tend to be very animated storytellers, hence their hand gestures. Isn't that crazy? All right, who wants me to read their physical traits? All I know about Sagittarius physical traits, we are fatties because we are lazy and love to eat. I've seen Sagittarius fluctuate much like a Taurus too. I mean, look at Christina Aguilera. She's a Sag. Britney Spears. So, I was supposed to be a Leo Virgo cusp, but I was early. I think my personality is more cusp. Thank God you were early because you didn't want to be a fucking Virgo. Fuck that. I guess read mine now. I'm curious. Thea, you're a Libra, right? Are you a Libra? I think you said that in Trisha's chat, but I don't even know what you are. Let's do Pisces before Thea answers. Physical traits of now Pisces are usually pretty fucking gorgeous, male or female. So Pisces, their facial features tend to be round and soft with pillowy lips, donned with heads of fine hair. That's very true. We can see this in Rihanna, who's a Pisces, Justin Bieber, and Daniel Craig, whoever the fuck that is. Their dreamy eyes and kissable lips draw in millions of fans and admirers from all over the world. You're a Libra Scorpio? Okay, so let's see. We'll do Libra. Physical traits of a Libra. There are plenty of similarities between the face of a Libra and that of a cherub. Shrub? CHERUB? They both have a soft, pleasing demeanor along with a heart-shaped face. Yeah, you do kind of have a heart-shaped face. So does my friend Jet's mom. They also have wavy hair, full lips, wide almond-shaped eyes, and full cheeks. Their features fit their face as they have well-balanced features. Thank you, Drama Unleashed. I really appreciate that. You mad at Beck again? No, I think Beck is. We'll get into that. A shrub like a cupid. Oh, okay. Google Daniel Craig. Okay. I know that name, but I can't put a see. I'm terrible with names. I'm good with faces. Oh fuck, he's hot. I remember seeing him in like hold on. Do you remember seeing him in like those fucking hot ass blue shorts as James Bond? Oh man. Mama say mama sa mama kosa. Mama say mama sa mama kosa. Mama say mama sa mama kosa. Take your shorts off, shorts off. Take your shorts, your shorts off. Hold on. Shorts. Here we go. Oh, fuck, that's a man. My husband is hot like him. Look at him. Oh, hell to the fuck, yeah. Damn. Whew. It's getting hot in here, man. Shit. Wow. They're gorgeous. Fuck yeah. Libras are really good in bed. Sex with a Libra one time. Oh, holy shit. It's like, wow. Wow. They are. So anyways, that picture really did heat me up a bit. Quite a bit. At a push, I'd climb him. Yeah, I would. Pesky, I would climb him like a tree. And I'd fucking crawl up in that and curl up in it like a fucking tree house. And I'd break every branch on the way up. And then to get out of it, I'd hit every gay branch on the bottom of it. And then I'd land on top of a gay guy and I'd do him too. I'd do them all. Hell, I want it all. Can you check Gerald Butler's dog? Because I thirsty for that ass. Jerry Butler's dog? Can you check Barry? Wait a minute. Jerry Butler is the name, or like is Jerry Butler's dog a movie? Jerry Butler. Hold on. Oh shit. Wait, isn't this guy in like some old fucking Thor movie or something like that? But yeah, he's good looking. Ooh, you know who else is hot? I've never watched the show. Oh, Gerard Butler. Got it. I've never watched the show, but have you ever seen the guy that's in the show? It's called You. Now that's a hottie. You show. Wait, You series cast. What's his name? Hold on a minute. Ooh. Oh, damn, that's a man. His name is Penn Badgley. Yes, Thea. Fuck. Oh my god. When he wears a baseball cap, it's just like damn. Hold on, let me find a good picture of him. And then I'll finally stop oh, that's a cute picture of him. He's hot and cute at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Damn, his character is Joe. I've never seen it. Oh, there he is. Look, here he is in his hat. Puppy like. Puppy like. Do you understand? God, getting all hot this morning, huh? Chris Hemsworth, yeah, but you know what? I mean, I'm just gonna, like I said before, I like brown eyes. So sometimes I'll be like, ooh, that guy's hot. Then I'll get up close and I'm like, never mind. I'm an eye person. I like big brown eyes. I mean, I guess like Adam Levine, green eyes are okay. But I guess I don't like blue eyes because my brother has blue eyes. So maybe that's why I feel weird. But my brother has bright blue eyes. Like Leonardo DiCaprio, everyone, like lots of people are like, ooh, he's hot. And I can't do it because he looks identical to my older brother. His dog, oh my God, typos. I have my glasses on. It's okay. You guy is a hot psycho type. Oh, is he a bad guy in that movie or show? You're a Virgo, Brittany. So you're very OCD. And when a Virgo's OCD, it doesn't mean you have to like be tidy or clean, because a lot of people are like, I know a Virgo and like they're not clean. No, Virgos are stingy OCD. So if you touch their, like, let's say this notepad probably costs like 10 fucking cents. Okay. I've had it for years. It'll last me forever. If you take this from a Virgo, they'll be like, how many Post-its did you take? How many did you take out of this stack? This is mine. They're like that kind of OCD. Like, don't touch it. Leave it there. That's mine. I don't care if you took one of them. Replace it. That's how a Virgo is. Taylor Kinney. God, I got coffee all over this desk. Taylor Kinney. See, I think John Leguizamo's hot too, and people are like, oh, you're crazy, but I also like goofy. Taylor Kinney. Let's see. Taylor Kinney. Hey, Shift. Oh, okay. Oh, Taylor Kinney looks like my brother, kind of. I can't because of his eyes. I can't do it. Geminis are stubborn. We absolutely are. Because like Geminis just we get frustrated when people don't see reality sometimes, and we just get frustrated. So we get very stubborn with like, you're not listening to me, or if they don't understand, because we are the sign of communication. So I think what drives a Gemini crazy the most is if you misunderstand what we're saying or doing. It's like, that was not what I meant. You're taking words out of my mouth. That is not true. And so we'll fucking rip into someone. You have bad OCD. When cleaning my house is tidy and I clean all day, every day. I love my house smelling like bleach. Ooh, I love the smell of bleach. It's almost Aries season. Your daughter's a Gemini and she always reminded me of Betty Boop. Your daughter's June 4th. Oh, June Gemini. So she's more serious. My brother's a June Gemini too. And he's just like more like, he's just so right about everything. And he's so attractive and he's so hot and he's so successful. He thinks he's better than everyone else. Why not? Geminis are linear thinkers. They make good scientists. Ooh, that's a good point because my younger cousin is a scientist and her birthday's the day after mine. So that's very true. Daughter's a Gemini and she could talk underwater with a mouthful of marbles. Yes, but Geminis, for the most part, and mostly female Geminis, but I'll say like with me too, we're very quiet when you first meet us, like in person, because you're being studied and we're figuring out how to communicate with you because we don't just want to go into it because you have to like get on their level. So Geminis are very quiet and come off very shy when you first meet them. But once you get to know a Gemini and they get comfortable with you, we never shut the fuck up and we will talk about anything and everything and annoy the living fuck out of you. End of story, drunken hoary. End of story. They added 2 signs. I hear that all the time, like that they add another sign, but I don't know how true that is. Pesky says, as I get older, I'm having weirder taste in men. I like men with big noses at the moment. Last week, it was men with lisps. Ooh, what about Adam Brody? He has a lisp. He's an attractive man, too. But yeah, lisp, big noses is good. Hey, Life Rewinded. All right, guys. So anyways, as you know, so the other day, it was 2 days ago now, I was laying in bed and I fell asleep. I was listening to music and shit. It was like almost 3 a.m. when I had fallen asleep. And I wake up to like this, and my husband does not snore. And this was around like 7 a.m. I was like, what the fuck? And I look over and my husband wears like this sleeping mask thing that has white noise in it. So it's like a Bluetooth sleeping mask. And so I look over and his body is stiff and he's like, and then he starts making like this kind of sound. And I was like, oh shit. And I knew, it was a seizure because I had witnessed it like a year prior. Now his second seizure, I never saw because he was in public when that happened. So this is the second fucking time that I've woken up. The first time, like over a year ago, I woke up to my brother-in-law screaming, Michael, Michael. And I thought he was dying then. And then waking up next to it, I was like, holy shit. So I'm like trying to flip him on his side, trying to like say something to him. And I'm freaking out. And then I'm like, okay, I need to take the white noise thing off of him because he probably can't hear me anyways. So I ripped that off of his head. His eyes are closed and he's doing it for what felt like 5 minutes. It could have been 30 seconds, but it seemed like it lasted forever. And so when he finally comes to, he starts flipping like a pancake. He's like, oh, help me. Can you help me? My arms. And both of his arms were, I don't know what the fuck was going on. I just kept trying to be like, Michael, trying to get him like his attention. So I'm trying to get him comfortable to where his arms weren't like extremely sore. And so finally he's laying there and I get him to talk to me, but I was like, he goes, and I'm like, when you're crying with like frustration or like anxiety, like panic, and he looks at me and he's like, what's wrong? What did I do? And I look at him, I'm like, you're having a seizure. And you know what he says to me? What's that? We're sitting here and I'm trying to explain over and over to him what just happened. And it's like talking to a toddler. Like his words, he didn't know. I was like, your medication alarm's going off. And while it's going off, maybe that's why you're having a seizure. You need to take your medication. What's that? What's that for? He doesn't know what medication is. I don't know how much, he would take. So I didn't know how much to give him or which one it was. And so this whole time I'm trying to explain to him. So I call Lokamai and she's like 4 hours behind me. So it was like, what, 3 o'clock in the morning Hawaii time? I'm like, Lokamai, because she's very smart with this kind of stuff. What do I do? Do you think I should call the paramedic or just let him sit? Like, what should I do? And she said, call the paramedic and, they'll come out, check him out. And then, if they have to take him in, they'll do that. And so I call him, and I mean, we live in a small town, so I figure it's going to take them forever to get here. They were here literally within minutes. And they come up, check everything, his whatever stats or whatever it is. And, they say, we're going to take him into the emergency room. So they do that, run tests on him. My brother-in-law and his girlfriend come over. We follow him over there and shit. And it was just a fucking nightmare. Because he still drives and shit, and it scares the shit out of me. They haven't done anything about that yet. Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, I couldn't imagine. I've never had a seizure, Lonnie. I know that you have them. But like witnessing them is fucking terrifying. Because my husband doesn't even know what the fuck is happening, but he still, I mean, his tongue, he showed me, he was like bit like through his tongue, and it's scary as shit. So he has to follow up with his neurologist, but they're thinking he could have maybe even had a slight heart attack again, which he had a heart attack and a stroke years and years ago when he was in prison. So he has pig valves in his heart right now, which he has to have replaced, I think, like every 10, 15 years, something like that. Need to make a chart of what to do with the doctor's phone numbers, medications. That is a really good idea, Dragonstar, because I don't even look at our bank account. My husband, he does everything. I just am like, hey, do I have money to get this or that? But I need to start being responsible with that shit, which I did my whole life being single. But once I got married and stuff, it's like he does all of that. But I need to really, because you never know if something's going to happen. Need to know where the fucking bills go. I don't even know where our mortgage payment goes to. So that's a really good idea. Good morning, this shit show. Hope you're doing good. Like I said earlier, please reach out to me if you ever need to talk or need advice. Gmail, that's my email, Robbie, please. What happened to you on Messenger? Lonnie, did you ever tell me? Did you delete your Facebook or something? Told Robbie how to smuggle in a vape to the hospital? You did. The hospital campus did not allow. They're very strict. You could only go one at a time back to see Michael. And then, I vape, and when I'm stressed, I vape fucking nonstop. And all over the hospital, no vaping, no smoking anywhere. So I kept going out to my car and doing it. Tara's like, just go in the bathroom. I think you're the one who told me that. But a lot of people reached out to me, helped me, gave me advice of people who have seizures or if their loved ones have seizures and stuff, because Michael's been on Keppra, and I hear a lot of bad shit about that. So maybe we can change his prescription. But he was on 1,000 milligrams twice a day. So they upped it to 1,500. And while this was happening, I don't even know my husband's full work schedule right now, because he's training to run his own. He's training to be a manager get his own store. And so he's been working all the shifts, graveyard, morning. So I call his boss. I'm like, look, I don't know if he's supposed to be at work right now. I don't know anything, because he can't even speak normal right now. And she was like, his bosses are so amazing. They're like, his health comes first. We love him. Just let us know if he's okay. And he wanted to go back to work the next day. I'm like, fuck no. And then I'm like, Michael, I want to drive you to work tomorrow morning. And he's a stubborn Taurus. He just won't listen. So that's why I'm like, I kind of hope that they do something about his license so that I could be like, no excuses now. because I don't want, anything can happen. He does need rest, Crafty. You've had them too. Yeah, it's scary. I'm sorry I'm late. What is his diagnosis? Well, from the last 2 seizures, they said that he had epilepsy. This time, since we went to the emergency room, they did MRIs, or what is it, EEG or whatever the fuck that is, where they scan your brain. And then he's following up with his neurologist. But a lot of the people that I've spoke to, and even the ER doctors, think that, I mean, hell, maybe it's both. But he could have even had another heart attack, like a slight heart attack. Because the main reason I say that is because of his arms. They were hurting really bad. Yeah, EEG. So I don't know. It's just scary because when it comes out of nowhere like that, and I said, how did you feel like before you went to bed? And I remember the night before he was getting off work and he was like, I was going to go to the gym, but I'm just not feeling right. So I'm just going to go home. And so I'm like, I tell him, pay attention to that. But it sucks because not only do you worry about like driving, but we have stairs. I'm telling him, like, don't even light a candle if you're home by yourself, because God knows what could happen. Like, you could fall on top of it, catch the house on fire. Anything can happen. Stress is the main cause of seizures. He should rest. It could be a TIA mini stroke. You're on Topamax and Epilim. Try that. They have helped me a lot, and I was having a seizure every few weeks. Holy shit. See, this is still new to us because, I mean, even though his first one was like well over a year ago, this is only his 3rd one that we know of. But he talks in his sleep a lot and doesn't make sense when I wake him up. So maybe he's been having little mini seizures in his sleep and we don't know, because the way he was talking when he snapped out of it this time was much like he talks like in his sleep. It's very childlike, very innocent, and he looks so adorable when he comes out of it. His eyes, he's like so confused, and he's like, and he's concerned about me. What did I do? What's wrong? What happened? And he's like feeling like it's his fault. I'm like on the phone with Locomai. Then I'm on the phone with the police, trying to figure out what to do. And then while trying to explain to him what has just happened, and he's like, don't call the police. What happened? Like he did something wrong. I'm like, Michael, just shh. Shush. But, it's sad because you have to explain to him and he doesn't understand. So it's difficult. But then it gives you like PTSD to fall asleep. That's why like last night I finally fell asleep really early. And then I got up at like 4 this morning because I got like sleep all fucking night. But it's like, it just gives you PTSD because you don't want to fall asleep after waking up to shit like that. Is he on anything besides Keppra? My husband takes that along with carbamazepine. They both seem to work well together. He is on other medications. I believe he's even on a heart medication, like for his blood pressure, since his heart attack years ago. And then he has other meds that he takes too. I would say something funny that I told my friends, but I won't do that because that's kind of embarrassing. We have playful meds, if you know what I mean. And when the ambulance got there, they were going through his medication, and the first thing they pulled out was the playful shit, the sexual shit. And they're like, oh. That's all I'll say about that. And then like with me, because we live in Colorado and people love their weed, and so is my husband and stuff. They're like, what strains of weed does he smoke or whatever? I'm like, I don't fucking know anything about weed because I'm not a weed person. And then they're like looking at me like I'm lying. I'm like, no, I really don't smoke weed. Like it's legal. I don't smoke weed. And then I was vaping in front of them and they looked at me like, liar. I'm like, why would I lie about fucking weed? By the way, I'm vaping right now. Thank you, Janessa. So anyways, I was going to try to figure out a way to say this, or I was like, I'm not even addressing that, but I'm going to address a few things just to kind of show people and explain to people why I've been the way I've been, and there's no excuse for it, or why there's videos out there of me snapping at people and shit, which, you know what? I'm going to toot my own horn, which I am getting a lot better about the way I respond. But, there's been a little tiny group of people, and they like to, you know, have these conspiracies, rumors, all sorts of shit, that he's lying. So in a minute, I'll get to one of the main people, but hold on. Let me show you this post that I put up yesterday. So one of the main people is Space Monster. I don't know if you know who that is, but this woman has just been hateful, vengeful. Now, to be fair, I had been hateful back in the past to this woman. But let me tell you something, and this is even with Shipwreck Beck, because a lot of people don't understand, they play, like, I was on May Noodle's panel, I think it was a couple nights ago, and Beck was intoxicated. And I was just like, I left because I was going to be super mean if I had stayed on panel with her. Hey, Shift. Because I was talking about her drinking and shit. But to whoever saw that, and I think this, I don't know the chick's name, but somebody had said something like, that is so hateful of them to do that. And I agree. I will say, Beck, it is wrong for me to talk about your sobriety. It is. And I do apologize for that. You have to realize, I wouldn't just do that to somebody out of nowhere. Again, no excuses, but you have to remember Beck and Space Monster, when I was almost sober for an entire year, they dedicated full channels to tormenting me about my sobriety, my dying pets, all sorts of shit. So for Beck to say anything about like, oh my God, he was saying something, they literally used to make fun of me. My sobriety, my sobriety. So yeah, it's not nice of me to say it in return, and I don't want to stoop down to your level. So anytime they've been barked back at, love you, Tira Nicole, it has been well deserved, but I will say I should never do that. And I've been working on that, for years on YouTube, not snapping at people and going as low as they go. And I have, but I don't just do that out of nowhere, to be fair. I really don't. So there was a number of people, Captain Kangaroo, AJ, Cromavault, Shipwreck Beck, and Space Monster, okay? First of all, let me just tell you, when I post something on social media, it's not just on YouTube. I also post it on Facebook. So when this had happened, I was like, please send prayers to my husband. He had another seizure and all of that. These people couldn't even wait a day. Not even one day to start fucking trouble, to tag me and shit, to do live streams, go, and we'll get into those in a minute. But talking about, Space Monster, for instance, she's like, this is a lie. And Beck said that too. So I'm thinking to myself, bitch, we don't live in those fucking apartments we lived in anymore. And when we bought this brand new house, we invested in good quality fucking cameras. We have one in the back, the sides, and the front. Anything going on outside is notifications. If I turn on my ringer right now, you'll hear them nonstop. Look, at 7:10, 8 minutes ago, we had a backyard cam. Shit. It tells us, hold on a minute. These are every notification anytime anything goes by. So I'm thinking to myself, I have the paramedics on camera and Michael going out, but that would be very vulnerable and fucked up of me to show Michael, the full video. And they would use that video against me to try to hurt me, right? And I had also taken a picture of Brooklyn, my dog, because she was like protecting Michael from the evil EMT people. So what I did was I made a community post and I just kind of blurred out Michael. And the reason I did that is because these people will say you're lying about anything. You're lying. You're grifting. Okay, first of all, let me just say this. Natasha Cooper is like a big sister to me. She is amazing. Her community is amazing. The whole day this is happening, she's like, How's Michael? Do you need anything? Do you need us to send food to the hospital? Let us know if you need anything. And I'm like, thank you, but we're good. When Michael got home, do I need to send them food? Because I had to go to work that night. I couldn't even stay. I worked a full fucking shift on 3 hours of sleep. So, Natasha, thank you for that. A lot of people have issues with Natasha, but they don't see the things that she does behind the scenes for people. She is caring. And I didn't accept that because we didn't need it, but it was a very kind gesture. Also, let me just add, people like Space Monster, AJ, Captain Kangaroo, all of these people must think that we make millions of dollars on our fucking channels. They're like they're doing this for money. First of all, bitches, how much money do you think we fucking make on here? It is big. Natasha helps a lot of people. So let me get this right. People say they're lying, but there's a huge difference between me and somebody like them because they often go incognito online, or nobody tells their family members about their channel, anything like that. I can tell you every single person in my life knows about the Save Robbie fucking channel, okay? So if I was lying about something, the first person to call out something, especially about my husband, would be my father-in-law. He'd be like, don't you ever fucking scare me again and lie about something like that. My Aunt Sally, my family members, all of Michael's family members who saw this post on Facebook, everybody would be ripping into me, specifically saying, why the fuck are you trying to scare us saying Michael is having a heart attack or a stroke or a fucking seizure or anything like that? Why? Plus, I wouldn't want to put that bad karma out there, lying about something like that. So the difference between me and them is your family and shit, you're not proud of your channels. You're not proud of your online behavior. So you don't tell anybody about your fucking channel. So you could lie about anything. Me, on the other hand, I cannot because my loved ones would put me in my place just like that. So, anyways, I go through and I just show, screenshots of the front yard cam of, the EMTs, putting them in there. I blurred him out in this picture of Brooklyn with the EMTs and getting him out of bed because we'll get into Space Monster's post in a minute. But she's like, nobody wakes up from somebody having a seizure. Well, I fucking did. And, here's just some screenshots, okay? Now, let me get over to the chat. You love Natasha. She gets crap from people for no reason. I can't even find her on here now. Natasha is doing very well over on Rumble. Hey, shut the fuck up, Donnie. She's, I think it's called Recline with Natasha, but she's doing really good over there. And Rumble, I mean, all you got to do is download the app. It's very easy to watch and to subscribe, just like YouTube. But yeah, that's where Natasha is. When will they stop? Well, they don't. And I mean, it could be something as serious as this, just me sharing it with people. It's very difficult to text people one by one and be like, this is what happened to Michael. And I have a platform and I have a lot of fucking friends, a lot of loved ones. So I announced it on YouTube and Facebook. Big deal. And the next time something bad happens, I'll do the same fucking thing. But these people couldn't even wait a day. So let's get over here. And if she deleted it, then we'll just fucking go to my screenshots of it. This woman who lives in a completely different country from me, don't even talk to her, knows everything about everything and everybody. So let's just scroll. Hold on. I'm going to share the screen in a minute. Oh, I got a burp. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Okay. Now, let me remind you guys, Space Monster is also the woman. Let's see if her post is still on here. When Bam died a couple weeks ago, if you know who Bam is, Bam Bam, she shared. How long ago was it? I'm going to keep scrolling until I find it. Here it is. So 2 weeks ago, when Bam passed away, Space Monster says, all I will say is this: the world is a better place without that grotesque being. I dance and rejoice. She's dancing and rejoicing to Ding Dong, the witch is dead, because Bam died. This is how caring and sweet this person is, okay? And, you know, she doesn't instigate anything, right? So I simply, let's see. Oh, and see, first of all, let me address this because she's trying to start trouble with me and Morbid. This thing that I shared, what was it? God knows how fucking long ago, of Vin Vader, which I do not believe Morbid is a P word or anything. But see, she's trying to start trouble. Look, from 2020, when I shared out one of Vin Vader's videos on Morbid and said, thank you to the person who sent me this video. I found it informative and interesting. Well, I no longer do. Okay. So there's that. And I do not have anything against Morbid right now. We're just, just going our separate ways, and that's fine. So Space Monster shares my post of asking for prayers for my husband and, about a seizure. She says, this has got to be a joke. How many times do you pull this card, Mr. Munchausen syndrome, also known as fictitious disorder? Liar, liar, pants on fire. It's very rare that someone will witness, let alone wake up to a partner or a loved one having a seizure in their sleep. Michael must have had a Linda Blair moment, saying he was just possessed, making fun of somebody having a seizure, which I doubt. You do this every time your feet are put to the fire on your behavior? I don't even know what the fuck that means. So she's saying that I just make up stories about my husband having a seizure. That's sick. That is disgusting. I would never wish that upon my husband. I would never want that for my husband. That's fucked up. But see, this is the woman that says I'm a monster, I do terrible things. But she doesn't show what she does first to poke, because like Space Monster says herself, she likes to chum the waters. And what she wants by that is she wants what I used to do in the past, and me to go as low as she does, or, say something about one of her loved ones or something like that. But you're not getting that. You're not getting that anymore. I'm just going to show what you do and not get down to your level anymore. Most people know already. So anyways, so I shared, the screenshots of what happened and everything. And so she shares it again. And she says, nah, anyone can call an ambulance and pretend it is an emergency. Let me pause you there. So because I don't know about where she lives. Hey, Sam Hill, I don't know about where you live, Space Monster, but if you call an ambulance where I live, that shit is expensive as fuck. So what you're saying is I would want to spend thousands of dollars just to take a picture of EMTs taking my husband into a fucking ambulance and lie about it just to owe a fucking bill? You're insane. So she says, as an old ERRN, I have seen it all. Well, clearly you haven't. And clearly there is a reason you're not doing that anymore. She says, Michael has faked open heart surgery. Okay, again, this woman's never met my husband. Nothing. My husband has a scar on his chest from when he was in prison, having a stroke and a heart attack back to back, being carried down the prison fire well upside down, because that's the only way they could fit him out of the place. Was he was on the stretcher, but he was like, they belted him in upside down. Oh, ambulance is free for most Australians? Wow. Yeah, out here it definitely is not. Insurance says they cover it, but yeah, I have Kaiser and shit. Ambulances are still fucking expensive. So anyways, she says, Michael faked his surgery, so why would I believe this? It's called fraud. No one is tagging you. Yeah, you guys were all sharing my shit and tagging me. But I am calling this fictitious disorder. You are both liars. It isn't a far to call this BS. Michael has lied about open heart surgery. I will watch and dismantle. I have never seen people so obsessed with others' lives before I came to YouTube, and especially before I met this woman specifically. This woman who's never fucking met my husband. Okay? So there's that. As far as Beck, I mean, she at least corrected it. And I'll just read her. Actually, we'll go over to her channel. But as far as Space Monster goes, you've never been a credible source. You've been poking and poking and poking ever since I booted you off my panel because you talk too much. And I've watched you go on everyone else's panels since that years ago and get booted off for the same reason. You never make any sense. You sound like a paranoid, delusional person. And I mean, that's that. That should say enough about yourself. And look at Bitch Talks. You're awesome. You guys, as moderators, you don't have to do stuff like that. And by the way, I also wanted to say, if anybody's ever tried to contact me on Facebook or add me as a friend on Facebook or anything like that, I'm terrible about the friend request because I don't know who's who from YouTube to over there. And I also never check Instagram, barely ever, especially the inbox or any other inbox besides Messenger. But if you're messaging me on my Save Robbie page, I don't check that inbox. It's like the Save Robbie Facebook. Because there's a lot of people that's like, are you mad at me? I'm like, no. But they're messaging me places that I'm not seeing it. So I just wanted to clear that up too. Jules 23, her husband is a type 1 diabetic and will wake up to a seizure from low sugar. Thankfully, EMS is free where I am for D50, only pay if you go with them. That's awesome. Oh, and also, you know, they'll say, like Space Monster said, this is fraud. Okay, to remind you of something, we are not millionaires on YouTube. This is not my main source of income. I don't need to grift or come on here to do stuff like that. But the only people that say stuff like that are the people that are not likable enough to either be monetized or people to donate to them for anything. Because they don't grow. Their channels don't grow. Their personality just doesn't get them there. So that's why they're clueless what the income is on here. Hey, Anitra, Facebook has a 5,000 cap on friends, I believe. Yeah, it does. And then like people can like hit the follow button on you and stuff. I don't know what my thing's capped out at. I don't know. I'm mainly like over on YouTube, you know. So let's go over to Shipwreck Beck. And I will say this, like, I am sorry, Beck. That's why I had to drop down off that panel, because I do know what it's like to like be drinking on here and stuff. So I can't judge you for that. And I do look like a fool by even doing that. So I pointed out, you know, because Beck was one of the first people to post about my husband saying, you know, this is bullshit, you're lying, whatever. So then, you know, when I posted the proof of it, she says, well, unfortunately, Robbie, this is what happens when you are the boy who cried wolf. What if I cried wolf about? See, this is the issue. People will automatically be like, liar. No, this is what happens when you cry wolf and blame somebody for lying about something that they're not. This is what happens when you have that hatred inside of you where you just want to attack somebody when they're going through a hard time. That's not me. That's not my problem. And she says, finally, one day it's real and no one fucking believes you. Well, it's been real every fucking time, whether you believe me or not. Who cares? She says, I do hope for Michael's recovery, so thank you for that. She said, maybe lay off the drama and focus on your family. YouTube ain't worth it. My drama involves me, though. Maybe you should not focus on what went on me and mind your own fucking business. You wouldn't even bother, you know the truth. Thank you, Laverne. Yeah, and most of the thing, I mean, these people, I mean, it's every day. Captain Kangaroo literally does live streams about me every fucking day. I mean, which he can get his channel taken down for, because you're not supposed to talk about just one person and target one person. So maybe I should do something about that. But see, it's if they can't like hurt you, they'll go towards your loved ones. And in the past, oh fuck yeah, I've talked shit about lots of shit, their loved ones, them, and I've stooped to their level. But see, I'm learning just to be like, okay, when they do something enough that I could prove that they're fucking just being, I mean, their credibility gets shot more and more the more that they open their mouths. And then you have AJ Kromavold over there pretending to be innocent, and she's joining in on the, you know, bashing. She shared out Captain Kangaroo's live stream of him and Space Monster up there talking shit about my husband and everything. And then she'll go over on her AJ account and be like, I'm not even here. Oh yeah, AJ does filthy, nasty shit on here. So be careful of that one. If you're subscribed to Kromavault, that's AJ. And she does real life terrible shit. Oh my God, we live the same life. You have way more haters with this channel. I got a lot of haters from your haters that one time. Tira, do you remember that? Yeah, Captain is obsessed. And look, you got to keep in mind too, like these are people that, I mean, I do ignore a lot of it, but then there's some things where I just have to speak up and be like, okay, you guys are fucking ridiculous. I would never lie to you guys or my loved ones or anything about shit like this or anything. I wouldn't fucking have to. But specifically this, I wouldn't fucking do that. But you have to remember all of these people, Space Monster, AJ, Captain Kangaroo, these are people that say, oh my God, Robbie's scary. He's a real lifer in all of this. Then why, if you really truly believed that, why do you poke at me every day if you're so scared? You're not scared. You like to see me snap and go down to your level so you can clip it, not show what you did to me first, and then play victim. See, this time, and the older I grow and the more wise I get, I'm just going to show the shit you do. And it speaks for itself. And then I ain't going to fucking do anything in return. I'm just going to let you keep being the fucking asshole you are. And that's that. Let's see if I had anything else to address with that shit. Yeah, I think that's it. And oh, and also I did see this quote. And it is powerful, and I apply it to myself too. So along with the apology to Beck, I also will say this, like this is a really cool, because she did make it 5 days sober. And then when she was arguing with me on May's panel, she was like drinking, and I was poking at her for that, which is wrong of me, because even 1 hour sober is like, it's really hard, and that's an accomplishment. So this is just like a motivating quote to anybody out there struggling, and to Beck, along with my apology. It says, I'm here to remind you that a new sobriety date is better than a headstone date. So, you know, a lot of us like will beat ourselves up for being like, oh my God, I failed. I have to start over again. Well, that's good. That's a restart. And it's better than like, you know, a rest in peace date. So that's good. I think he's obsessed with AJ too. Cannot think of another reason for him to target you. I mean, it's anything and everything. This GLM lady, she's getting up there too. Like that woman is, like if you don't like somebody, I don't see why you would like tag them. Literally, what was it? The day after, maybe it was yesterday. That GLM lady like made a video of a song and like put my face on one of those reface things to one of my favorite songs, by the way. Itchy, itchy, yeah, da, da. Oh, she's a weird one. Like, she literally shared my wedding photo. I think it was yesterday. I'm like, what is wrong with these people? Like, I could give two shits about that woman's life. It must be miserable if you're so focused on like every detail of mine. Who the fuck is GLM? Exactly, Tira. I think a lot of these people like her, like they try to poke at somebody to maybe like get attention towards their channel or something, but you're not getting very good attention. And I am going to say this just because, but like, it sounds like you're plugging your nose when you sing, GLM. You should start singing from the diaphragm a little bit more. It's okay. We all do it. So, nothing's right on time. You're a little lame. I'm already told. Oh. And don't sing it like a stage musical either. That's the only mean thing I'm going to say today. You sing nasally as fuck. So that's not going to get a lot of views. I'll tell you that right now. Anyhow, anybody have anything to add? I can drop a link. She's more of a space cadet than a space monster, and certainly not worth your emotion. Amen. And you know what's even worse about it is like my husband really does not. I mean, he's not a negative person. He doesn't like fighting with people. He doesn't like anything. He doesn't even know who most of these people are on here because we don't even go there with those conversations, really. I mean, unless it's one of the main ones that I've like had to go to court and he's like, oh, what's that about and stuff. And the one that followed us to our wedding, I had to kind of explain who AJ was just because, you know, she literally showed up in Vegas during our wedding trip. And he was like, wait, what? But he doesn't care about stuff like this. He doesn't care about fighting. He doesn't care about nothing. He thinks negative shit is a waste of time, and I agree. That's why when I do it, he's like, why are you even talking about that? Who cares? You want to see the weirdo, Tira? She has like really frizzy hair. I think her channel name now, Tira, is she's like an Amazon lady. Very like, you know, like what's that one lady's name? Like Xena Warrior Princess. Her channel name now is she's live right now too. It's called Hella Hyphy. HELLA and then HYPHEE. She's very racist, very homophobic, like very her channels are gonna go down eventually. She often gets put in YouTube jail, but you'll see what I'm talking about. She's a very ignorant person. Okay, good night, Dragon Star. Good night. What would DC do? What would Daniel Craig do? Me, Lynn. Hopefully he'd do all of us. Fingers crossed. Yeah, she's totally ignorant. I mean, all you got to do is listen to her for 2 seconds and you're like, oh yeah, how does this woman not get punched in the face in public? Which she probably does. She probably does. Hold on, I'm going to drop a link if anybody wants to add anything. You don't even know what YouTube jail is? That's a good thing. That means you've never fucked up on YouTube enough. I've never got any of that shit either on YouTube. It's another reason why I don't play other people's content either, is because I don't fuck around with that. And by the way, I still have this head cold, still sick, and I got dry mouth like a motherfucker. Thank you, Samantha. I appreciate that. He is doing better. It's just, you know, scary. It's like when you get a strike or like a community guideline strike or anything like that. So here's the link if anyone has anything to add or include. And thank you to everyone that's been messaging me. I've actually met a lot of new friends that have been messaging me, emailing, just giving me advice because either their spouses or them have seizures and stuff. And I've learned a lot in the last 48 hours. You went to jail recently. It was hell. Did you go to YouTube jail or actual jail, Tira? Good morning, Angie. Hope you're doing good. I'd make out with you, but I still have this head cold. It's bad. This cold's been going on for almost like 2 weeks. It's like all this stuff gets stuck inside of you. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate that. And thank you to everyone that's messaged. Like, there's been so many different people. Hold on, I gotta clear. It's stuck right here. The sick juice, the sick chunks. So on a positive note, you know what we can do? Let's test some intuition. I'm feeling intuitive right now. Maybe Michael should not use the white noise thing at night. Yeah, Lynn. I mean, maybe that's sparking something. It could be a lot of different stuff. Hell, it could even be like stress. Like I said, he does all of our finances and stuff like that. So maybe, I mean, I'd say I'd help him out with it, but I'd probably fuck it up. He's good at that kind of stuff. Just to take a little stress off of him. I know doing laundry takes stress off of him because he does a lot of laundry. Hey, Lonnie, do you want to have your camera on? Oh, okay. You look adorable, by the way. So I was going to say keep it on because you look hot as fuck. How you doing?
How are you?
Oh, I thought you wanted your camera on.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't care.
Oh, yeah, because I was like, do you want your camera on? And you went like this with your head. That's why I put you on. I didn't know if you wanted to be it, but you look hot.
I've just come up to I don't know if you've seen in the comments, but I dropped a link to this app that I have, and it's an Apple app, and you can have it on your iPhone, you can have it on your iWatch, and it alerts like the person that's having a seizure. It alerts his, like, say Michael has it on his iWatch. It will alert you if he's at work or if he's just gone for a drive or gone to the supermarket and he's not feeling that good. It will sort of like measure your heart rate, your blood pressure, and it will alert you. If he's got you as the person that he wants to be alerted, it will alert you and it will give you a GPS on where he is located, and you'll be able to go and see him, and it will go off, like it will go boom, 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 and it will alert other people around if it's a public area, and then it will alert you, and then it will alert the medical staff, and
that is incredible.
They will go to you. I've dropped it in the chat before. Bitch Talks also said, hey, try to get your attention when I was saying it to you.
Sorry.
And also, I'm not sure if you guys ever have this medication over there, but I'm on Epilim and I'm on Topamax. Topamax is more for like migraines, but it's also a medication that they give you for people with epilepsy and seizure disorders. And ever since I've been on that, I was having like maybe one or two every few weeks or one or two every week, until they were sort of working out what medication I can take with my other medication that I'm on. And as soon as they upped my dose and gave me a month or two to have it in my system, it worked. It went from having one nearly every couple of weeks to every week to like every month. But I've only been on it for probably 3 months. And in that 3 months, I've had 2. Normally, I would have at least had about 5 or 6 within that 2 months. Because of the injuries I have. It's really like I've got scarring on the brain. But also with that medication too, they ask you to every few months to go and get some bloods taken so they can see the levels of the epilim and medication in your system. Also, every 6 months, I have to go to a sleep therapist, and they put me to sleep, sort of like, I don't know, you know what they have on, and they put on your chest to measure the heart rate and stuff, those stickers, and but they actually put it on your head. So it's like a thing they put on your head, and they there's obviously someone watching you and someone on the computer. Like, it's hard to explain. They measure the brain waves in your brain while you're sleeping to see if you actually have seizures in your sleep, because you can have people with epilepsy can actually have tiny little seizures in their sleep. And that could have happened to Michael. He could have had a tiny little seizure, and that could have triggered something in his brain, and his brain waves were really low, and it could have triggered something and made him have a seizure in his sleep. But when Space Monster said, oh, you know, who has seizures in their sleep, or who will wake up to a seizure, blah, blah, blah. My son, my 18-year-old son, when he was around 12 to 13 years old, his bedroom was next to my bedroom. And I literally woke my son up. And he came into me, and he's been taught how to deal with them. If I'm not around my mum, or if I'm not around my dad, he knows how to cope with being around that. And the best thing to do is, sorry, I'm talking really fast, so I have to really get down off here in a minute.
Oh, you're fine.
Is to not, because we can hear you, we just can't respond to you, Robbie. So Michael can hear you when he's having a seizure, but he can't respond to you. So the best thing to do is for you to calm down and talk him through it, and talk to him and be there for him and calm him down, because the more you are uptight and scared and putting out that energy, he can pick up on that, and it just makes him tense up even more. Like, I've literally broke my finger when I was having a seizure once, because I was literally like tensing up that much, and I was like sort of hitting my side, and I broke my little finger. So we can break bones, and it's like you just have to like calm him down. Try not to like touch him very much.
I was like, God, I was flipping because I tried to put him on his side, because that's what I've been told to do and stuff.
Yeah.
But he was very
put him
stiff,
on
so it
his
was
side.
hard.
Put him on his side so he doesn't vomit, because we can vomit. We can lose our
Yeah, he did
bladder.
vomit.
We can lose our bowels. And sometimes they are. And I personally don't like this. My mum did it to me once, and I almost had I freaked out when I woke up. But they put a spoon. They ask you to put a spoon in their mouth so you don't bite off your tongue. Or bite your tongue. But I don't like doing that. I asked my mum not to do that, because she films me sometimes to let the doctor know what it's like for me. But yeah, I just wanted to give you that information. Like, I have deleted my Facebook due to personal reasons that is going on in my life. No offense to anyone that I have had are friends with on Facebook, but I did it because it was like protection for me and my family. But yeah, I just wanted to come up and let you know that there's an app. There's a few apps, but that's the best one that I've come across that will alert you to know where he's at. Like, alert his brother, his mum, you, whoever he nominates for that app. They will alert you. So
I'm in my app store right now, because you know me, I like chat away.
I can put
so
it
when
back
people
in
are,
chat if you like.
yeah, and I'll just type it in and download it now and send it to Michael, because that, I mean, so many people have been.
Everybody that he wants to alert has to have the notification.
Okay.
For that. So yeah.
Yeah, and I'm learning a lot just from people's experiences that have reached out to me, because, you know, we are still learning what he's like when this happens, because it's only happened, 3 times. So it's difficult. But to answer Trisha's question from earlier, I don't know if she's still in here, but yeah, he has heart problems and seizure from having his heart attack and stroke years ago. And then now the seizures, which we're trying to figure out. Hey, Jason. Thank you for that, Elizabeth. But yeah, I mean, I think filming him would be a good idea, because he just gets very confused when he wakes up. And he did, like, when the EMTs were there, he started vomiting in the trash can. And then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, maybe that's what that sound was when I woke up. Maybe he was already choking, on vomit or something, because he does not snore at all. And that's why it woke me up. Well, it was so loud.
And this might sound harsh, and I'm sorry if you take this the wrong way, but when you get diagnosed with epilepsy or a seizure disorder, like, not every seizure is epilepsy. It's got something to do with a seizure disorder or an infection or whatever. But I've been diagnosed with epilepsy due to brain injuries. But he will eventually, like, I've had it for going on 9 years, and you eventually can sense when they are coming on. Some you don't, but majority with me, I can feel like a haze, and it's sort of like, you know how when you pass out and you see those fireworks?
No.
Like when I don't know if anyone in chat has ever had that, but it's like a haze and everything is like real daisy, and it's like, it's really weird.
Wow.
And you can actually, I've started to learn that I can feel one coming on. So I've sort of braced myself and put myself in a safe environment area sort of thing before I, like, if I was about to have one now, Robbie, instead of sitting on the couch, I'd put myself to the floor, like I'd sit on the floor, so then I can turn to the side and have a seizure, sort of that sort of thing. But there's sometimes that I can't feel them coming on, and I just get really like lightheaded and stuff like that, and I do fall to the ground and I have seizure. But I actually broke my nose once sitting on the toilet seat after having a seizure. Just put that out there. But yeah, so yeah, I just put my email in chat on the top, like earlier on, too, if you ever need to just vent or talk to someone that has had that experience before and stuff like that. So, or if he's having one, you can, I'll eventually make another Facebook, but yeah. If
it sounds like who's in a tunnel, Lynn? Me or her? I have my fan on next to me. Maybe that's it. Sorry.
It could be my tanks next to me too. I've got 2 turtle tanks next to me.
Oh, I love turtles. You sound fine to me. I don't know though.
You want to see one? I'll get one out.
Yes, please. I love turtles. Michael showed me the cutest video. He was like, "This is your dream home." It was this TikTok full of, this woman has pigs, sheep, goats, ducks, chickens, and they all follow her in the nightfall, and she puts them to bed and they all know their names. Hold on, I gotta put you full screen. Oh my God. Where'd you get him from?
A pet shop.
Look, he's looking at us.
He's like the size of a coin. He's like, he's winking.
Love him. Or is it a girl?
And I'll get the bigger one out.
Okay.
He's asleep. I'll wake him up.
Oh, I want a turtle. The spoon thing during a seizure is an old school thing. Don't put anything in his mouth. Okay. Hi, May, by the way. Oncoming episode, you faint before the episode. Well, that's really cool that, you can, like Lonnie said, she's so used to it that she puts herself on her side and she can recognize when it's coming. Hi.
This one's a bit bigger. He's a big one.
Are they male and female so you could breed them, or?
Well, the first one I brought out, he's like a size of a like a coin, where this one's probably half of my palm of my hand.
Oh, look at his little hands and his
Look at his little
face.
nose. It's like a little piggy nose.
They're so cute. I love them. They're so like calm and sweet. And Trisha, I don't know if you heard me, but yeah, he does have heart issues as well. And did you see the muscles? Were you talking about the turtle or Michael? I love them, but they grow fast. I had to buy so many aquariums. Yeah, how big do they get?
I had one called Squirtle when I was younger, and he got to the size of a dinner plate. So yeah,
Oh
I just
wow.
recently got a bigger tank for them, and I have to I'm actually making a basking ramp
Uh-huh.
for them at the moment. But this is the new tank that I got. It's massive. Ooh, can you see it?
I could see. Oh, down at the bottom. Oh, okay. You have them stacked, kind of.
Oh
Yeah,
my
those are
god!
big. Oh wait, no, that's the TV up there. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I could see it. It's kind of dark, but now I see it. Yeah, that's is that what is that?
yeah.
55 gallons? 60 gallon?
I have no idea what it is. We don't say gallons here, Robbie. We say
Oh, okay.
liters.
Liters.
Yeah.
Can
It's
you
about it's a hundred. It was in the shop. They said it was 122 centimeters.
uh-huh.
I don't know what that is in feet or inches or whatever, but it was centimeters.
Yeah, I always like to even like with my hamsters, I love huge aquarium because everybody, when they're like, "Hey, you inspired me to get a hamster," and then they'll show me the little tiny plastic cage they get. I'm like, "Don't. I do not recommend plastic cages. I'm not a professional, but they'll escape. Get a huge like 55, 50 to 60 gallon or more tank and just put lots of tubes and stuff in there and just have a screen top and I mean mine have never escaped from this aquarium I've had. But you
Mm,
just want to give them space and isn't it fun to like give them new stuff to put in there? It's just fun. I love
yeah,
it.
it is good to have turtles. Like when I first bought them back in February, the littlest one passed away within like 2 or 3 days because I bought it sick. And I
Aw.
called them up the next day, and I was, you know what I'm like, Robbie. I was a bit of a bitch on the phone. Like, they were $85 each for these turtles. I was like,
Oh my
they
god.
died within 2 to 3 days of me having one. Like, you
Oh
should
hell
see
no.
the tanks. Like, the tanks are like perfect. They've got everything they want and need because I've had turtles in the past, so I know how to look after them. And I was like, dude, you sold me a sick turtle and it died within 2 to 3 days. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. We'll replace one. Like, we'll replace it when we get more stock come in and all that. And
Oh,
then I
that's
went to
good.
go get crickets for my frogs. And I went past the tank where they normally are. And they had like four baby ones swimming
Oh.
around the tank. And I'm like, you said you were going to call me. Why didn't you call me when you were meant to like be
Yeah.
giving me a new turtle? And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I cracked the shits at them and got a new turtle out of it. So it was a good thing.
That's good. Kayla, I had to go to my phone to click on your avatar to see your turtle because it's so small, but it's so cute. Kayla has her little baby turtle as her avatar. But so turtles, do they eat crickets too?
Yeah, they eat everything. Like at the moment, they are on pellets and floating stick pellet thingies because they're only babies. But
Mm-hmm.
they do eat meat. They do eat crickets. They eat shrimp. They
Oh.
eat all different types of stuff. Like, yeah. But their main thing that they do eat is like frozen shrimp. They
Oh,
like
okay.
that. Yeah.
See, I had a water dragon for like a long time ago. I named her Gemini, but I ended up giving her to this zookeeper lady who could really take care of her because her nose started kind of rotting because she would see me and bash it up against the glass because she loved being out with me. But I would have to feed her live crickets, and it just made me feel so bad. And she wouldn't eat the ones that were already dried out and dead. So when the crickets would escape around my house, because I love insects, I would just let them be. I'd let them
Yeah,
free.
I've got this like little tiny little tank thing that I breed my crickets in because they like so expensive. You get like 30 crickets and they're like $7 for 30 crickets. And I've got three um green tree frogs and yeah, no. 30 crickets don't like last them very long. So I'm breeding my own at the moment.
You know what I want to do? I want to go to a reptile store and I want to buy like tons of the mice that they're ready to feed to these snakes and shit. And then I just want to let them go free in a field or keep one of them as a pet to save them so they never get swallowed and eaten by a snake ever again.
Mhm.
Or a
Yeah, no.
lobster, but they won't live if I put them in a lake. Like, a lobster from a grocery store, a live one. I've always
Yeah.
wanted to do that and then like free them. I told my husband, I was like, I want to do that and like put them in a creek. He was like, yeah, they'll die.
Well,
They're better off being boiled.
I watched this YouTuber and he's just got a whole like he like rescues animals and stuff. So he's got like all these different types of animals. And he went to one like he was doing something with his other friend from like I think it's California. Yeah, anyway, I don't know. I don't know where he's from, but he went to a Chinese food store and bought two bullfrogs.
Oh,
And they put them in plastic bags with no water, and then they tied them up. And they like ran out to the car after buying them, and they like put them in a big like bucket full of water. And they ran back home, and they're like, "Oh my god, I've got to put them in the tank, quick, quick, quick!" Yeah, I was like, "Oh my god, really? Is that what they do over there? Like they fucking just grab all these animals, live animals, and sell them live so people can kill them. It's like so sad."
that is so like I am an animal person and I mean eventually I am just going to be vegetarian again because I feel too guilty. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like I find it so odd, but I guess as humans, a lot of us are used to certain animals being pets. But I find it so odd that, as somebody who does eat chicken, like to look at a chicken and be like, oh my God, they're so sweet. Come here and like pet it and stuff. It's like that chicken should run for the hills. We should not be trusted. How can we
Mm-hmm.
like look at an animal and say it's adorable and sweet and cute and then turn around and fucking eat it or support murdering it? Like,
Mm.
look at your dog or whatever animals you have and imagine having that as a pet just to raise them to murder them. Like, that's why are we
Mm.
doing that? It's just so sad.
Yeah, I feel really bad about the crickets, but like I think about it as, my frogs need to eat as well, but it is sad knowing that you only basically bred to be something else's food, it's sad, but
Yeah.
it's just the way it is, to be honest. Like
Yeah. And
I couldn't be an owner of a farm. Like every time I drive past a cow, I'm like, "Hey, mum, is that a dairy cow or a meat cow?" And she's like, "It's a dairy cow, Lani." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." But I couldn't handle that. Like, being so attached because I get attached to animals so quickly, and it's like I couldn't be attached to a calf and then realize when it grows up that it's going to be on someone's plate. I couldn't do that. It's just so cruel.
yeah. And by the way, thank you, Trisha, for 12 months of memberships. That's why like even people on here that maybe I don't like, when I see them like posting pictures of their pets or like seeing them be loving to pets, I'm like, see, they're not all bad. Like
No.
when I see somebody loves an animal, you know that there's a good they have good in them because
Mhm.
anybody who's like, ah, I hate that, or it's like, what? Or people who like, like there's people that are respectful about hunting and, you respect the deer, even though I will never do it. A lot of people that do it, they'll explain to me like, no, you respect it. You do not be evil about it and you don't waste the parts of it that you use and don't waste the meat and all that. And I get
Mhm.
that, but I still would never do it. And then there's people that brag about it or be inhumane and just do it's almost like they do it for sport, obviously, but like it's almost like they get enjoyment out of just like murdering. And I think to myself, like animals are the most innocent creatures on the planet, and we're sitting here like supporting that. To me, I mean, I that's murder to me. I'm sorry. It is.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Sally Ann. Hold on. How do I gift memberships? I think I have to do it while I'm live.
Sorry, I was just laughing at Trisha's comment
Hold on.
about
I
a
love
brown
when a
cow.
brown cow makes. Who said that, by the way? Did somebody
Trisha.
on here actually say that? No, I mean, like, is she mocking someone that said that? Did somebody actually believe that?
No,
Oh,
not that I
okay.
know. I haven't heard anyone, but I used to think that when I was a kid. I was like, how do they make pink milk? Is there a pink cow? Like I was like only like 5 years old or something.
I just want to say real quick to Patrick over on Facebook. He just had a stroke the other day, so prayers for him too.
Oh, that's not good.
Love you, Sally Ann.
Yeah,
Okay, so
my dad just had knee surgery at the beginning of this year, and then he fell over and tore ligaments or tendons in his shoulder. And last
ooh,
week he had shoulder surgery, and they found a lump under his eye, and he's having eye surgery on the 15th of April to see if it's cancerous. They're doing biopsies on it. So, yeah. And then I was tested for Crohn's disease.
uh-huh.
Yeah. So they think that I'll get my test results back on Thursday to see if I have Crohn's disease.
Aw.
So, yeah,
I
that's
hope
why
that
I
turns.
haven't really been on much. I have, but I haven't.
So Crohn's is like
It's like
that's like
irritable bowel
digestive.
syndrome, sort of. It's like irritable bowel sort of syndrome.
Uh-huh.
It's got to do with your bowels and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I my cousin's ex-husband had that, and that would be, I mean, how do you test for that? I should probably test for that too.
It's like 3 blood tests and other tests and stuff that I won't mention, but yeah.
Oh. Oh, I did a test one time where I had to poop in a bag and put it in my freezer and bring it into them.
Yes.
Yeah, you
It's
poop.
not a bag. It's not a bag. It's like one of those sort of test tube jars things that you have to like try and not let it hit the water of the toilet.
Hmm.
It was, yeah.
I'm
I'm not
trying
going to
to.
get back. I'm not going to get into it, but yeah.
Oh, I could get in detail. I'm trying to find that, Trisha. So I went into my live. I clicked the money symbol. I don't see. All I see is monetization turn on or off. I'm trying to gift memberships, but I guess you have to do it while you're live. Do I have to turn monetization on? Maybe. Let's see.
No.
No, because I feel bad. I keep getting them every month, and I just don't know how to gift them. No, let's see. Your current live while you're live. Okay, yeah, I'm in. Oh, is it in studio or do I have to go to YouTube? Because I'm in YouTube
It's in
studio right now.
studio. I think I done it once.
It's annoying. I'm like, I just want to gift memberships already, motherfucker.
I think you have to go into your memberships on your what is it?
Oh,
YouTube Studio.
she's telling me just go into the chat, like on YouTube and hit the symbol. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so go to my chat. When are you gonna start going live again, Lonnie?
Well, I got 2 strikes on my other channel, so I hid my channel.
Oh, okay.
So my first one was on I don't know, can't remember. I think it was like the 26th of February, and my other one was, I think it's up on the 26th of March. So probably like April. I'll probably unhide it. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh, I just did it. I gifted 5 memberships. Let's see. Donnie got one. Bracket Gaming, Angela Witt, Anitra, and Darling Nikki.
You get
Nikki, are
10,
you
don't
ready?
you? Don't
It
you
says
get
I have
10?
10, but I think you could only give 5 per month. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought it said I was gifted one. I was like, what the fuck? Why would I want a membership to my own channel? Jason says, go live. I'll be there.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know. I liked my other live just before it got taken down. My
Which
music
one?
live. I do music because it calms me down after having a shit week. It just chills me out.
See, I think because I obviously, you see a lot of the drama that's been going around and on and stuff, and it's like there's so many people, because every single fight that I've gone into on here is stemmed from speaking to somebody else doesn't get along with, or making up with someone it's just, it gets uncomfortable. And even like right now, I'm seeing like people that I really care about fighting with each other, or even borderline like doxing and stuff like that. And I just wish there was something I could do about it to help. But a lot of the time, people, they're so angry that, there's not a lot you can do, and you just kind of feel helpless.
Well, when I get to that stage where I'm really like angry, it takes me a lot to just like chill out and just get over it.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm also one of these types of people. If I'm angry with someone or I'm not friends with anyone anymore, and I see them trying to do the right thing in a chat, I will, give them credit, and I will say, like, I went into Bitch's chat the other day and said,
Did you just call her a bitch, Lonnie? God, way to start
yeah.
trouble again.
I went into her channel, like her chat, and I'm like, oh, you did the right thing. You tried to help, but it just went, it just, ended up being more of a shit show. But, but
Yeah.
like, I just don't understand. It's not just Spacey that said that about that woman that passed. It was other people in this community too. And it's like, there's people out there that I don't like, and I was friends with them back in the day, and we did have that sort of bond. Obviously, you're going to have a bond with someone if like you become friends with them and you care about them. And if any of the people that I've had fallout with like have passed away, I'd be sad. I'd be totally upset. Like, I wouldn't just go and dance on their grave. Like, it's not something I would do. Like, I would be upset because I once cared about them. I once, had that feeling of being I don't just go,
like
okay, I'm going to be your
100%
friend.
blunt.
I'm going to be your friend and not have that feeling of that, friendship.
See,
I always.
I'm not gonna be sad, like, because I mean, I'm just not like that. I'm not really an emotional person. Like, if I found out that like one of my haters, or somebody, not gonna name names, like if one of them passed, I just wouldn't say anything. And if people asked me about it, I would just be blunt. I'd be like, prayers for their family. I mean, what else is there to say? I'm not going to go on and say they're a great person, because I didn't experience that. But I'm also not going to come on and like drag them. Hey, laugh at life. No one wants peace. Yeah, well, a lot of people don't. Well, I think a lot of people do eventually, but it takes a lot of other people like a lot of time to calm down. But I think we all know from experience, when you name call, people are going to name call. When you dox, people are going to dox. When you talk about people's deceased relatives, the other one's going to, it's like tit for tat for tit for tat. And if one person doesn't like lift the white flag and be like, hey, dude, let's stop before this gets out of hand, I think we all know from experience, it just gets completely out of hand. And then you become the asshole.
Yeah.
I've been the asshole. I have.
Yes. I've been a bitch too.
Well, I mean, we're kind of good. When we're good at it, we're good at it. Because if you're going to do it, make sure you get the job fucking done.
But even when I am a bitch, I sit there like people, get annoyed with me when I'm live and I go to say something and then I stop. And then I'm like, well, I still get to that point where I can be so freaking angry with someone and I want to say it and my mind wants me to say it, but then you know, I stop and I pause and I'm like, okay, I can't say that. You know, I'm on a live stream. Like, go and say it to my wall, or go and scream it after my live stream. Don't say it on a live stream, because that is going too low. You know, I might not like you, but it doesn't mean I'm going to go that low. Like, I've never doxed anyone. People can't come at me and say that, hey, Lani's a horrible person, because I can be. You know, everyone can be on here,
Well,
but
we've
I've
been
never
bitches to
doxed
each other.
anyone.
We've been bitches to each other. Thank you, Laugh at Life. She just gifted some memberships, by the way.
You know, I don't agree with the doxing. I don't care who it is. It could be my really good friend doxing someone else. I will call him out for it. Like,
yeah. And see, that's where, because I've gone low before, I'm like, fuck you, bitch. If you're going to do it to me, I'm doing it back. But like, the more I've been through bad experiences, and then people turn around and be like, oh my God, look what they did. And then you're like, okay, well, you did it first. That doesn't make it okay for me to do it in return. It does not. There's no excuse for it. So it's like, I need to check myself before, you know, and it's better if you just kind of explain your feelings without going to that level. But a lot of people, like, you know, what they just recently did with my husband, they want me to snap and go low so that they could delete what they said. And then it'll look like I'm just attacking them the same way. And I'm not going to fucking do that anymore. And that's truly what Space Monster does. She chums the waters by instigating and poking. And then when you do it in return to her, she's just going to turn around and clip you and show it for 12 years. So it's not worth it.
When I'm about to go real low on someone,
like
I go, okay, like back in the past, I would have been like, no, I'm hitting that live button and I don't care. I don't care what anyone says about me or whatever. I'm going to go low and I'm going to make this person feel like absolute shit. But lately it's like, okay, these people want to go low and look at, like, go for my looks and go for whatever. Okay, do I go live or do I just sit back and just go scream at a fucking brick wall and get all my anger out, or go to, go into the garage and hit the boxing bag and then get all my anger out, and then go live in a few days and talk about something totally different or listen to music or whatever. But this time last year, I would have clicked the live button if someone went boo at me. I would have been like, you fucking went boo at me, like, and rip into him for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours just because someone said something, that, against me or insulted me or didn't like what I said or whatever, and I've realized that I have a problem. And I'm working on that by going to anger management. And it's not going to happen overnight. I'm not going to be a totally different person and be a happier person and not go and lash out. But I'm working on it. And that's what some of these people out here don't get. They don't understand that they have a problem. And a lot of us on here do have problems. But there's also some of us that realize we do have problems and we work on that, where these other people are in denial and don't think they have any problems.
I completely agree. I mean, and that's big. Listen to what you just said. You said you recognize you're a bitch sometimes. You're working on it. Like, you're, at least you care enough to know that, you're not saying you're perfect. You struggle with that. And a lot of people don't realize, like, snapping and stuff like that. A lot of people have issues, like, some of us can be bipolar or whatever. So when you do that, I mean, what else would you expect? But then there's people that see that you said that with your mouth. So you just made yourself vulnerable, and they'll be like, oh my God, she just said she snaps easily. Let's go harder. And they want that. They don't want anything to change. They just want you to look bad.
Yeah. And I was saying on my live stream the other day, I was saying, if you're vocal, there's a few people recently that are very vocal with what they don't like about themselves. The haters are watching that. There's a lot of lurkers, even in your chat right now, that aren't got the balls to actually show themselves in your chat but sit there and clip everything that you and I or whoever else is saying or screenshotting things. And they, yeah,
trust me, I know.
People use, sorry, I had a mind blank.
Very good.
They use what you say that you don't like about yourself, and they use that against you to get back at you, because they realize, okay, what I'm saying here, and here, the last few live streams, they're laughing at, it's not getting to them. So you know what will get to them is their past, their history. They don't like this about themselves. They don't like that about themselves. They think they fat. So I'll go at them for that, because that's what I know that will get to them. And then
I've done that to people, but after they did it to me.
Yeah. You know, then they'll get to someone. If that doesn't work and they've used that to get to you for months, they'll go to something else like your family, or they'll go and dox you to make you feel unsafe. It's sort of like a sign of silencing people by doxing. And, you know, I don't like what you said about me, so I'm going to go one step higher and I'm going to dox you, because that will silence you and make you feel uncomfortable, make you feel unsafe, and then you will shut up about me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Hooker did that. Somebody just sent me a screenshot, you know who you are, of her commenting on Captain Kangaroo. She's like, I'm taking this further. Robbie has pictures of Manda's kids in her phone and blah, blah, blah. Bitch, like I said before, and I'll never stop saying it, I would love to go to court with Hooker and show her doxing, her threatening to silence people, and her constant hate speech and all that shit. I would love it. And I ain't afraid of it either. And these people sit there constantly and poke and do stuff like that. And when you stoop to their level, they're just going to brag about it forever and be like, look how terrible they are. And they're not going to take accountability for their actions, their behavior, or any of that bullshit.
Well, also, there's a lot of hypocrites out there that, for example, that person you just mentioned was up on someone's panel the other day, and that was, you know, talking about how Jax has been, you know, his lifestyle has been weaponized and all this sort of stuff. But then I'm sitting there watching it and I'm thinking, you know what? She's saying all this stuff about being gay, being lesbian, being this and that, or being bi, but she still mentions you. Every time your name is mentioned, Robbie, she's always dropping the F-bomb towards you. So really, you're just making yourself look stupid being up on that panel, going at everyone, saying stuff about Jax and everybody else that is, you know, lesbian, gay, whatever in the community. But you love to drag the shit out of Robbie and call him the F word all the time and go at James's genital area.
Right.
I don't get it, you know.
And see, and that's a form of sexual harassment. So if I ever went to court with her and they were like, he won't leave us alone or blah, 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 the judge would look at somebody like Hooker and be like, you are instigating. You're fucking sitting there, you know, sexually harassing someone for their sexuality, and you expect them not to respond? Are you kidding me, woman? Get out of my fucking courtroom. It's hard to emulate, but the queen used to say, never complain, never explain. Ooh. But yeah, no, what I think about that is, like I was saying earlier, if we give people what they give to us, if we give it back, it's going to come back on us. So no, I don't think it's productive. Like if, let's say if Hooker was to call me that and then I went after her sexuality, first, that would make me a hypocrite. And I couldn't complain anymore. You know, I couldn't be like, look what she's doing, because I'm doing the same thing. But if people do it in return, you also can't be surprised, you know? So that's why the whole thing with Jax, I don't have a problem with Jax, but I do agree that, you know, if you're going to talk about Lycan's genitals or something that's in a sexual way, then he's going to talk about yours. I'm not saying it's okay, but it's not really unwarranted either. you know, because it was kind of like tit for tat kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
think tit for tat's productive, but that's what it is.
Yeah, I was going to go, I'd fire up a live later on today, but if you don't mind me saying this on your stream.
Fuck you. Keep your mouth shut when you're in my presence. Do you understand me? How many times do I
Okay,
have to say this?
I'll hold my breath, Robbie. Okay, ready?
Fuck off. Hold it. Keep holding. Hold it till you pass out.
No, because I will pass out.
All of a sudden, we're both conked out, and people are still just here watching.
Everyone's like, "Hello, guys, are you there?"
Be like,
We
they're on
both feel like
drugs.
passed out.
Anyway, sorry.
I just want to say, like, and I don't know if she's still in chat, but bitch talks. I know. Well, okay, Stephanie. I know that we were going back and forward at each other for a while there. I just want to say that I won't go at you, and hopefully you won't go at me. And I do apologize for all the things that I said and done about you. It was horrible. I shouldn't have gone for your looks. I shouldn't have mentioned things about your lifestyle, blah, blah, blah. We were good friends at one stage. And for me to say that I never liked you and you were never my friend, that was a load of shit. It was just anger. No excuse for it. I was a bitch. And I hope you'll find in your heart one day to forgive me for what I have said and done to you in the past. It's not that I'm going to be in your chat and I'm not, going to be doing your braiding your hair and going out for coffee, being best friends again. I just wanted to put that out there, that I am sorry for what I have said about you in the past, and I hope we can just leave it at that. And I said the same thing to Sally and Trisha in Jamie's chat. But I just starting to realize that, this back and forward's not healthy for anybody. If people in the community that keep going back and forward at each other, if that's what they want to do, that's fine. Do whatever you want. But I don't want to go at someone that I used to classify as a good friend of mine. And it wasn't just a year. It was like many, 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 many years that we were good friends. And we went through a lot of heartache, a lot of laughter, we grew as a friendship, and we grew up to know a lot about each other. And I just don't want to do the back and forward, dragging each other anymore. I know there's people that I don't like that you support, and there's people that you don't like that I support. That shouldn't make a difference of us being civil in chat. But when I know I've done wrong, it may take me a while to realize that, but I'm a bitch. I'm not ever going to change that. I've never said that I'm a nice person on this platform, and I will go at people when they go at me and people I care about. But I just want to let you know that I am sorry for what I've done and what I have said to you, and I hope someday you'll find in your heart to forgive me for what I've said and done. Bam.
Well, what I like about what you just said is you said, when I said these mean things about you and I said this and that, I didn't mean it. I was angry. I think it's so easy to say, hey, I was, just saying that because I was mean. I mean, it takes swallowing your pride to do that. And that's why I was saying, people, we stick in our anger. And if we just like forget the bullshit and be like, look, I may have said this about you. I was mad. I didn't mean it. And just like took accountability, it feels so good. And then it becomes easier to do because it feels good to do that. And nothing that you just said sounded selfish. It didn't sound like you're trying to gain anything, because you simply are sorry and you explained why.
Yeah.
And I think that's very
I
big of you
think
to do
I'd be sorry if it's someone that I've only known for like a few months or whatever. But
that.
I've known Steph for I've known you, Robbie. We've grown together on this platform. We know a lot about each other, even things that I haven't mentioned and she hasn't mentioned. There's things that I've gone to her in my darkest moments, and she's done the same thing. Like, it's something that I should not have done. I should have just, okay, like, we're not friends anymore, I'll move on. Like, if I can do it to an ex-partner that I've recently broke up with and none of you guys knew I was even with anyone, I think I can do it to a few friends that I used to be friends with on here, or people that I've had fallouts with that I used to be friends with on here. And apologies do feel good. Like, I don't expect her to apologize to me. I don't expect anyone to apologize to me, but it feels good when I know that I fucked up and I need to take accountability for my actions and my behavior. And that's what makes me a stronger person than many people on this platform that don't think they've done anything wrong and keep going on with the drama, back and forwards, tit for tat, he said, she said bullshit. It's not okay. It needs to stop. And if I'm going to, like you said, going to wave that white flag and say I surrender, I'm not going to go down that track anymore, and not going to take things to heart that people say about me on panels or in chat, then why can't other people do the same thing? Like Sally, for example, I went Sally really, really hard for her drinking and stuff like that. And I just want to say, I said it in chat the other day, but I want to say it verbally, that I'm very, very proud of you. And it takes a strong woman to realize that you have a problem and you have an issue in your life, Sally. And I'm very, very fucking proud of you. And don't let anyone take that from you, because not very many people these days can see that they've got a problem and work on their lives and make their lives a lot more happier and easier. And and I bet it makes you feel so proud of yourself and makes you feel better and healthy in yourself, because I know that for a fact that when I gave up my addictions, I felt so much happier and more healthier. The only thing is now I'm on energy drinks and I smoke a lot, but other than that.
Well, and I agree. Pesky has no problem apologizing, because I've experienced that with her, and I went low with Pesky, and it's just all about, you have to like remove the anger, the way you see somebody. Because there's been so many people that I'm like, never in a million years would I talk to that motherfucker again. Never. And just see them as like, because I don't hate anyone, but it's like, bitch. But then as soon as like that pride goes away and like you just see a different side of them, and it doesn't even have to be the words I'm sorry. It's just like actions of like, hey, I was an asshole or whatever. It just makes you see someone in a different light, and it motivates you to want to like get to know them better, or just, you see the positive side of them around. And I personally like that, like May was in here earlier, and her and I had misunderstanding from just mutual friends or whatever. And she's been very kind to me. And, she removed videos of my friend Nikki and stuff that weren't nice. And she's shown me that she has a good soul, and just by speaking to her through emails and stuff. So if I judged her through somebody else's eyes just because they didn't like her, I wouldn't be thinking for myself. A lot of people didn't like that, but it felt right to me, so I can't really apologize for that.
And there is going to be some people that are going to be like, oh, whatever about what I've said to Sally and Stephanie here. But, at the end of the day, it's how I feel. And if that's what I want to do, and I want to, make things better for me and for these people I've come at and they've come at me, make this platform a happier place for that there's a small side of this community that was going at each other, myself, Sally, Trisha, whoever, like Steph and all that. And if I can stand up and say, hey, I'm sorry for what I've done, and make, it better for them and better for me on that platform, so we can feel comfortable being in the same chat. Like, we don't have to talk, we don't have to like talk on Messenger, we don't have to go on private streams anymore, whatever, I don't care. But as long as it makes us all feel comfortable knowing that we can be in the same chat who we support and feel comfortable instead of feeling uncomfortable that that person's in there or whatever, then that's how I.
Can you see what Steph's saying in the chat? She's saying she appreciates it and thank you.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, and Trisha's saying you and her have good meme wars.
Yeah.
See, I think because people have made memes of me and stuff, and I've seen my friends make them of others. They can be a fun way to express your feelings, like I do it in parody style. I think we just need to be careful the way we do them, because some of the memes that I see from people are like going hard at people's looks and stuff. So it's like, I think if we use it in humor and kind of poke fun at ourselves too, it would be more enjoyable for everyone, because they can be instigating in a sense, like depending on what it is. So a lot of people will be like, "Oh, I just did a meme," and it's like, "Yeah, but like,"
and I want to say that as well. Like, I apologize for the memes that I've done on a lot of people. Like, they were really wrong of me.
Is that you, Steph?
That was really, really wrong of me to go for people's looks like that. And I've got no excuse for it. There's no excuse for it. I was in the wrong. I'm taking accountability for it. And maybe it may have taken me a little while, maybe taken me a few months to, pull that rod out my butt and realize, hey, I've done wrong. I'm a fucking bitch. And I need to, like, I don't expect I'm trying to teach my children and my nephews and all these little people in my family to be good people and to grow up to be respectful. But I'm sitting on here at the age of 37, going for people's looks, acting like a child, like I would have been in high school. Like, there's a thing that I need to stop doing that. And if I stop it, then maybe eventually other people will realize, hey, it's boring now. Making memes is boring, like whatever, and move on and realize we are fucking shitty ass people for doing that.
I can't disagree with that. I mean,
Mary,
that would be like me, because I've just gone on rants and I've said some pretty shitty things about people's looks. I called someone a fat cunt the other day on a panel, and that's when I was like, okay, I need to remove myself, May. I'm just going to get worse. Goodbye. But, just to recognize that you're about to make a fool of yourself, that's a big step for me, because in the past, I'm like, I don't give a fuck if I look like a fool. And then I see the clips going around. I'm like, okay, yeah, I do care.
Yeah.
Anyways, hi, Steph.
hello. I just wanted.
Are you ready to drag Lonnie together? Surprise,
yeah,
Lonnie.
Let's do it. Drag her for Phil. So many bitches on the panel right
Is
now,
that
man.
is that why you were so quiet? You were emailing each other.
Yeah, I sent her a message. I said, Lonnie just apologized to you, and I guess she had fallen asleep. So now
I dropped the phone on the face, kind of thing. Just saying.
You've always been good at that, though, Steph.
I know. Really good at it. I mastered it.
Mary, so many bitches on panel right now. Love it.
Love it. Anyways, I just come on to say I appreciate that, and I apologize for the things that I've said or done now. Though I mean, I don't think it was as bad as what you done to me, but no, I'm just kidding. I do.
I mean, that's honesty. At least you're, that's what you think.
No,
even though you're a fucking liar
I think
stuff.
I think a lot of things, but we won't even go there. Okay.
Oh, by the way, I don't want to say this name, but someone sent me a PayPal. I just wanted to say thank you. It's always awkward because you don't want to say their name, but thank you. If you want to out yourself, you can. But no, I mean, look, and like someone else was saying, I think it was Pesky was saying, when Scotty and Lycan were on talking to each other, that was a huge thing. And then I heard other people who won't be named saying, "Oh my God, did you see who's a team again and who's a group?" And it's like, okay, you can't please. It's like you can't please these people because when you do the adult thing and what's right to do, they're never going to shut the fuck up. You could do something mean, they're going to talk about it, and you can make progress. And I'm sure just by you two talking, someone's going to have something to say about that. Such a negative thing.
Well,
It's like, well, you're incapable of making peace, so fuck off. Not you
here's
two.
what the way that I see it is as you can apologize and move forward. You don't got to be best friends again, or like, because I can tell you, like, some things were said and done, and I don't think we could ever be on that or to that
Right.
level. At least anytime, not anytime, not. But
Well, yeah, I mean,
I
things take
accept the
time or whatever.
apologies, and I'm glad to move on. In either way, even if it was to remain, hostile between the both of us, although I think we kind of both just move on from where we've been, and we have been, we can be in the same chat without taking jabs at one another. That's just what adults do. They move on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, and like I've even said it myself before. Like, I think we've all said, we can make peace, but I'm never going to do this again or never do that. I understand that because I've said it, but it's almost also like I'm not calling you a pessimist because I just did it the other day with. I was like, you'll never see me in May's chat, and I'll go in there when the topic's not about morbid because I don't want to drag him or do the whole P word accusation stuff because I don't believe that. But you'd be surprised, like, and like you said, like not right now, and you guys don't ever even have to be friends again. But I think it just takes time. Like peace is about
I
self
agree.
healing as well. So you just
I feel like, as an adult, you just learn to just let the little things go, and worry about the bigger things. However, I'm not even gonna joke about it. I probably said some mean and hurtful things to Lonnie, and I mean, I apologize. I do,
and
because
fuck you for
she,
that
like
for
she said,
sure.
we were once really good friends. I mean, we talked day and night. So
Mm.
Yeah. No, and it is sad because I've had friends like that where we talk all the time. And then when you don't have that, it's like, oh, well, that sucks. And then mean things are said, and it kind of makes it hard to get that close again or open up to each other because some of the mean things that were said back and forth were personal or private stuff. Not with you guys, I'm just saying
mhm.
in my situation. Um, so it's almost like,
I see.
God, you want to vent and love that person again, but you almost feel uncomfortable doing it,
Mhm.
Just don't be a dick. Don't be a dick in the
Yeah,
future.
How can
yeah.
we bring up our children to be decent, respectful human beings and they're older when
Yeah.
we're on here doing immature, hurtful bullshit on here? Like, I don't,
Yeah.
there's a time and place where we all have to realize that this is,
Our
yeah,
kids
it's
can see this
YouTube.
one day. I mean, do we really want them to see us behaving like this? I don't.
Mm,
Yeah, I
you
just
know,
did the thing where you download your data to your desktop, like all your videos and lives from YouTube, so you could save them to a drive. So if I ever have a kid, I'll be like, eat your heart out. Go check it out.
Take a gander.
Yeah.
You'll be entertained for hours.
Yeah. But I mean,
No.
I think it's different because, I mean, obviously I don't have kids, but even going back and watching, like, go back and look at one of your lives from when you first started and to where you are now and how much, like, even you talk different, you feel more comfortable saying things,
Mhm.
or maybe you don't say things you used to. And it's crazy to go back and look how you kind of grow. Calling someone a
Stop
cunt
it.
nonstop. Are you laughing at Mary?
No, I gotta. Somebody said end of Sharmuta.
What does that mean?
I was like, yeah, I looked it up and I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, I can understand I'm a bitch, but, and then I looked onto Reddit and all these people are like, yeah, it's a fucking prostitute, it's a whore, it's a fucking slut and all this, and I'm like, hang on a minute, What? How can I be a prostitute and a whore? Yeah, I can deal with it.
I never meant it in that way neither. But you really did not like it.
And then I just took a screenshot. I'm like, fuck this bitch. I'm gonna fucking put it on my fucking community post.
She was mad. She was so mad. I'm like, but that's not how I meant it.
Well, see, at least you can laugh about it now, you know. We get so
I
angry.
Gotta take it out of it because it was just a message I was sent. End of Sharmuta. And I'm like, stop.
And I laughed my fucking head off when you put that screenshot, that fucking thumbnail of me being the Kiss fucking singer, and I'm like, oh, I love Kiss. Woo!
You
didn't even trigger the fuck out of me. I was just like, yeah, oh my god, that's sick.
Stop it. We really did throw some jabs at each other. But anyways,
but you're chuckling about it now, and that's what matters.
No more Sharmuta. Look at Tim down in the chat. No more Sharmuta. Sharmuta rhymes with a similar word in Portuguese. Puta. Yeah.
See, that's progress, you guys. Any of you other bitches want to come up here and make some peace before we go? What the fuck happened in my background?
Hell no, I'm done making peace with people.
Huh?
Now I'm fighting with somebody else.
Who are you fighting with now?
She came in my chat last night. Crime sleuthing.
Crime sleuthing? That's not sleuth mom,
she's a
right?
liar. You don't want to know her. She's a liar.
Oh.
That's not sleuth mom, is it?
No, it's crime sleuthing, and
we love
she's
sleuth
just
mom.
she's a known liar. Over the last 48 hours, I've heard quite a bit of lies that she's spewed.
Well, you know what's crazy too is even when you prove, I mean, even with Space Monsters, like this is all you're fucking getting about my husband.
He's a
it's
whole
none of
new
your fucking
wacko.
business. I did that to update people, and she even takes anybody can call an ambulance to their house and fake something. Bitch, I ain't spending thousands of dollars on an ambulance just to convince you my husband something was wrong. This woman is fucking insane. But it doesn't matter what proof you give people, they're always going to have some sort of way to twist it around or do some bullshit, and they can fuck off.
Well, Tara knows exactly who I'm talking about.
Well, that's such an Aussie thing to say, because over here, if you're on a DSP, which is a disability support pension, you don't pay for ambos. So coming from like Spacey, like that's why she's saying it, because she thinks that every country doesn't have to pay for ambos. Like,
well, and I mean, and that's what I said before, because I don't know if your friends and family and coworkers and all that bullshit know about your channel, but I'm proud of my YouTube channel. Like, I don't have anything to hide on here. If anybody, finds even the clip videos of me cussing people out, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm not proud of the bad moments, but I don't care. The difference is Space Monster and all those people, they're ashamed of the shit they do. So if they were to come on here and lie, none of their people outside of YouTube would know about it and they'd get away with it. Me, I'd never get away with making up something like that, because one of my family members, Michael's family members, they would fucking, call me out and probably even punch me in the face and say, don't you ever scare us like that again. So I'm fucking transparent. People know my channel, and it's not that easy to lie and get away with it like your troll channels. So take a seat.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, like if you go back to when I first met you, Robbie, like you have changed a hell of a fucking lot. Besides from that knife, you've always had that knife, but you've changed. Like, what can she say? What can all these people say? Have they changed? No, they're just getting worse.
No, and look what happens, Lonnie, if you do change. A video from 5 years ago of you being fucking mean is going to pop up, and it's like, what are you trying to prove? They won't even put the date. They'll share it in a community post like it's brand new. Space Monster just did that with me and Morbid the other day, because we had difference of opinions, and she's like, look what he did, like it's new. It's like, that was from years ago, and we made up. Like, people need to stop trying to interfere with people's peace. because it's fucking bullshit. Just like you two changing. I guarantee you, and don't let it happen. I guarantee you somebody's going to have a problem with you two making up, and they're either going to share a clip. Oh, look, they're being all nice to each other now. Look at this clip of them talking shit. And they just apologized for it.
I can't say that I'm going to know anybody that's going to be upset. I mean, if anything, I think everybody, the people that I've spoken to or that speak to me, they'll be happy for the whole peace thing. But you know, and
It's
I don't know. I feel like Daria coming in my chat last night. She's like, she appreciates just being able to chat and, you know, and just have that level of respect. And it's, listen, if it's not even the level of respect between the chatters, it's a level of respect between a chatter and the channel owner. I mean, just have respect, people. Just have respect. It's not hard, okay?
Well, I'm not saying even your friends. I'm saying, I mean, look at people like AJ on Chromovault. When she
Right.
sees people make up, she'll go and clip from when they were fighting because she's so obsessed that she records everyone's fights and keeps them on a fucking archive. And then she puts it up to try to make them fight again. It's like, you're the fucking problem, AJ.
well,
And she'll say, I don't watch. Oh, yes, you do. And you record.
it's not always about the creator too. Like some of the subs are like the ones that are the shit stirrers, the troublemakers that are gonna, you know, even the clip channels that are subs that don't go live and don't, you know, they are the ones that are the shit stirring ones that like to keep the drama going. You know, it's not always the creator that wants to keep the drama going. It's like, you know, the sub that if you have friends on Messenger and they subs to your channel, they go over and screenshot all this stuff and record all this stuff and send it to that person and be like, you know, and that's how it all starts up again. It's not always the creator wanting to have this drama all the time. It's
you know, to go along with that, Lonnie, is you know, I was you know, the other night on Alicia's, I believe it was you know, just making that line of, you know, trying to work out something for the line of peace for like everybody, you know, for the line of subs. I mean, because when you're not on your own channel as a creator, you're somebody else's sub. And it puts people in a tough position. And while trying to work that whole thing out, you know, which, you know, so far so good. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for that. We're a part of that. But you still had the ones that come in and just had to blow that whole thing up and send it down the drain, right on down the drain. And it's just like, it made me realize I have really high hopes for this place, but then again, I just gotta let it go sometimes.
Yeah. Or I mean, even if you make up with somebody or do the right thing, that's when people turn around and instead of saying, hey, you know, that was really awesome, these people did that, you know, there is hope, people turn around and say, that was fake, it was a staged fight. And you know why they say that? Because they can't in a million years fathom or imagine making up with somebody because they're incapable of doing it themselves. So it's like beyond their wildest imagination that two people can be adults and apologize. No way, no chance in hell. That's because you're incapable of doing it. Period.
Well, a stream can, you know, there'll be people that have had problems in the past that would be up on a stream together. Like, for example, Alicia's stream the other day. There was people like Scotty and James that were on panel that were being civil with each other and blah, blah, blah. And it takes one person not to like that and to come into the chat to start bullshit. And majority of the time, it's not even true with half the stuff that the subs say. It's like bullshit that they make up just to get them to argue again. And then, like, the panel could be, an hour worth of, like, civilness and, you know, getting through things, and it just takes 1 second for someone to come in and just derail it and make it a shit show again. And that's what I was seeing because of this channel that I'm on now, I don't sub to many of those people because of my main channel. So I had to wait for like 20 minutes to actually go and, you know, write something in the comments.
Mhm.
And I was watching it all and I'm thinking, you know, look at all these people coming in from all these different directions, starting all this bullshit and drama when it started to be okay towards like the middle of the live stream. And then towards the end of the live stream is when it all started, you know, blowing up again. And it took like what 2 or 3 subs to come in and start all the drama in the chat again, and then it just blew up, you know.
Yep.
Well, first of all, don't ever, because I've made the mistake before, don't ever fire up a live or start going at somebody just because you heard something. Like, do your research and make sure it's a fact before you actually jump on somebody. And a lot of people don't, because it's easy to do that. Like, oh, I heard this, so fuck it, I'm going to drag them. And then it ends up not even being true.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because most people, I mean,
I
you know,
feel like
oh, go ahead.
I've always said, you know, I just feel like you get them trolls that are out there that probably ain't even from this community, and they drop in every once in a while just to lay this little stink bomb, just to watch everything blow up because of that. They have nothing even to do with this realm. They just come in and pop in once in a while, and they just lay that and walk back out. Just watch the fireworks. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, it is entertainment to a lot of people. So
Mm-hmm.
if they're not really getting what they want, then why not spark it up
I
so they
mean,
have
they
excitement?
don't even have to know us or be a part of this community, you know? They could just come in just to lay their stink and walk away.
Yeah.
Or it is people that like are in the community and they get blocked and then they come in under alts and start bullshit again, and none of us know who it is, but it could have been, you know, for example, and I don't have alts, but this is just for example, like I could be in there starting all this bullshit, going at everybody, and then I get blocked, and then I come in acting like I support the people on panel when really it's me that has just come in under an alt that just started bullshit and I was blocked. You know, there's a lot of like bullshit happening, or it could be the other way around. I come in on acting all nice and then I come in under an alt because I don't like what someone's saying, and then I'm starting all this bullshit, but it's Lani, and then I come in under myself again and I'm acting all nice again. That happens. I've seen it around. Like I used to see it in Natasha's all the time when I was a mod, that there's people come in acting all nice and then we find out that they come in 2 seconds later and start all this bullshit up just for fun to get, you know, Natasha going and get all the mods going. And it's like, it's just shit stirring. People aren't happy unless there's some sort of drama happening. We can never have a civil adult live stream. It always has to have someone come in not liking someone on the panel and going at someone, and then they have a disagreement. It's bullshit. And I know it's a drama community and people say if you don't like the drama, get out of the community. But when it's not just a drama community, it's the bonds and the friendships that you've made on here for the last how many freaking years have you been on this platform. And it's not just that. When people say, like myself, say, oh, I'm going to have a break, it wheels you back in, and you back in the same fucking predicament as you were in before you even left to have your break, because of the people that you care about. It's not the people that, you know, it's not the whole drama thing. It's the people that you care about and you love and you've got that friendship with, that you come back to. You don't come back to the drama. You come back to the people that you care about.
Well, you just said it right there. It's your relationship. It's your friends. It's your experience. And then you have outsiders that are so fucking involved that they think that they can make your life choices for you. Like GLM the other day. She was like, all these people do is gossip on here and talk shit. It's so ridiculous and embarrassing. I'm like, well, at least the gossip and the talking shit is about our personal experiences. You're the loser that doesn't have anything better to do with your time than to fucking get involved with our business
Well,
and get
like
so invested.
I held a live the other day, and it's why. What was it? I asked the simple question of why is it that we all choose to stick around and continue to deal with the same stuff? It's like a rinse, wash, and repeat, kind of system here, and it all boils down to the fact that we've all made connections in certain places of this community, and we feel like if we can't all just you can't walk away because we all like somebody from this part or that part, or it's hard to just break that bond that people have made. And I feel like that's why some people like this chat or that chat, because that's where those people stay and they hang out.
Yeah, and I also hate that. You know how people are like, this is our community, or we're, I fucking hate that word, because you cannot tell me, how people say, instead of saying me or I, they attacked me. A lot of people will say they attacked us, and like refer to their chat, and it's like, okay, you're basically saying each individual is not their own person. Like, you have to think the
you're
same
grouping them
thoughts.
together. Don't group everybody together.
And
Everybody's an
I hope to
individual
God
in
not
themselves.
everybody fucking agrees with everything I agree with, because a lot of the shit that I think is fucking stupid.
Listen, I say if you don't question everything and everyone on here, I'm gonna side eye you.
Yes.
And it's like
y'all better even question me.
everyone's experience with one person isn't the same experience. Like with me and you, Steph, my experience with you and your experience with me isn't the same as Pesky's experience with me and experience with you. Vice versa with Robbie. Everyone has different relationships and different experiences with Robbie. So when they say, "Oh, you and you are coming at us," and blah blah blah, don't put all of us in the same category as the people that you're fighting with. Like, for example, I can't put, I don't know, Robin in the same category as you, Steph, because with you two different people, and my experience with Robin is different to my experience with you, Stephanie. So when they say, all of you guys, we might be in the same chat. I might be a mod for James or Robbie, but doesn't mean that, you putting us in the same category. Like, I could be in a chat and I could be a mod and I could be doing my duties and whatever and being nice. And then someone else is having a live stream and saying, all of you are putting shit on me and, look shaming me, blah, 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 blah. Hang on a minute. No. Don't put us in the same category, because I was sitting in there trying to do my duties as a mod to try and get rid of all the trolls. So do not put me in that category. If I said something against you and I look shamed you or went at your fucking past or your addictions, put me in that same category. But if I'm just doing my own frigging thing in the chat, saying hi to everybody, getting rid of all the trolls, don't put me in that category. We are not all the same because we support one person. That's what really pisses me off when people say that. Like, you guys were putting shit on me or putting shit on this person. No, not all of us were. If I was and you've seen, take screenshots and show me.
Exactly. And a lot of people aren't even there in people's chats to try to make it worse. A lot of people are trying to offer solutions or be like, hey, what can you guys do to make it better? And like, people completely overlook that. Like, they don't want like anything good to happen. They just want to keep fighting. It's annoying because you can't.
I just started a fight with Robin in chat.
Fuck you, Steph.
I told her I'd make out with Robbie daily.
Damn it. That's true.
She said, I want to have experiences with Robbie.
Well, when it's your birthday every day, Steph, I mean, I got to give you something.
I know. I'm glad you remembered today, because even I forgot that one.
Yeah. So I got to go here in a couple of minutes, but do you guys have anything to add?
I was going to say, I'm
really
going to here and I'm going to continue to drop my phone on my face and sleep, okay?
Oh, long night?
Giving my pillow head. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thanks
hey,
for
Nikki,
the apology. I appreciate it, Lonnie.
By the way.
Hey,
Huh?
I didn't hear
I
what
said,
she said.
thanks for the apology, Lonnie, and I appreciate it. And I too am sorry for that was that it was a mess, but we did that. We did that.
Hmm. Yeah, thank you for the apology.
Oh, damn.
All right, Robbie, I'll catch you later. Thank you for having me up.
Yeah, I love you. I love you, Steph. She didn't give me a chance to say it. Fuck her. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. What emoji did I post? The eyeball emoji, Nikki. You got gifted a membership. Hey, Robbie, just stopping in to send love. Hope your husband is doing better. Thank you. Yes, he is. A lot of people use the words them, they to gaslight. And yeah, and look at what Pesky said. She said, I just want to be friends with who I want. And no matter where I come from, I saw people in Noodles saying, I bet Pesky will unfriend Noodle Mash now. Nope, I won't. And it's like, why should you? Why should you have to fight with someone just because somebody else is? I don't get that logic. Because darling Nikki, if she started fighting with someone, like it's not going to change my opinion of that person. And I have high hopes that they're going to like work it out. So it's just annoying. You know what I'm saying? And I don't agree with that. A lot of people will say, I'm ride or die friend and stuff. It's like, yeah, but what if your friend's in the wrong? Or what if your friend has their own experience that has nothing to do with you and shouldn't? Like, if you're ride or die and you're going to defend your friend no matter what, that means that you align with all of their beliefs and you're a follower. To me, that's a pussy move, Hey, Renee T, how you doing? Hi. Robbie doesn't care who I fight with. I don't give a fuck if Nikki jumped from here to there. I'm just kidding. She doesn't have legs anymore. Huh, Nikki? Sorry about that. She used to spread them so much that they fell off. Nikki has spread her legs so much that they finally fell. All the way down. Actually, it was over here. They fell down there. She doesn't have any anymore. She's not ride or die. She's ride that dick. That is a fact. Thank you for having me up. Have a good day, everyone. I'm here if you need to talk. Thank you. Yeah, I need to get to the laundry and stuff, and I might take a nap myself because I got up really early this morning. All day, every day. All day, every day, she spreads them. See, actually, if you look at Nikki's profile picture here, darling Nikki, it's zoomed in on her face, but she's actually spreading her legs like this. And like, she's like with her head. So not everything is as it seems here on YouTube. If you look into things instead of the big picture, or, not look at the big picture, you'll see how people really are. And that's basically how darling Nikki is. Promiscuous, filthy, and Canadian. You have a blessed day too, Anitra. God bless. I go where I want to. Exactly. And if people, like, I don't know, I just always think if people like have a problem with good progress, like this is a head massager, with good progress, then it's like they're the problem. They're not letting you like move on in life and do better things. You're going to hit the sack. Okay, Lonnie, hope you get good rest. You'd be surprised what I do for some French fries, darling Nikki says. Shit. I could only imagine. Darling Nikki spreading her legs for fries. Using all of that grease as lube. Yeah. Fuck. All right, guys. I'm going to go. I was going to do readings and then everyone came up and I just don't feel like doing readings anymore. So we'll do that next time. Okay. Thanks to everyone over on Facebook. And of course to everyone over here on YouTube. HooTube. Love you, bitch talks. I hope you're doing okay after that talk, okay? I'll make out with you afterwards. And by the way, the coffee I spilled earlier has officially dried on my desk. Because I don't... Actually, I do. I do have something to wipe it up with. Yes, remember to hit the thumbs up. Subscribe, share, touch yourself. Oh, shit. Now this Post-it that got soaked with coffee is stuck to my desk. I feel filthy. Like Darling Nikki. Okay, good. Good bitch talks. Nasty, put some clothes on, I told ya. Don't walk out your house without your clothes on, I warned ya. Should I go in public with this on my head? Oh, I'll lick it all right, Robin. Lick it real good. Okay, have a beautiful day. Michael and I, yesterday, we went walking through our small little town. We have like a tiny little downtown. It's all old with the old buildings, probably haunted as fuck. And then we went to this Mexican restaurant where they basically force you to speak Spanish, so they teach you Spanish words. Because I said, hey, all their menu was in Spanish. And when the waiter was there, I was like, can I get a burrito? And he's like, what kind of meat? I was like, chicken. And he corrected me. He goes, pollo. You say pollo. And I was like, oh, yeah, pollo. They force you to speak Spanish there. And I learned Spanish words yesterday. The only one I remember is pollo because they said straw. And I was like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how to say that. I can't roll my tongue, my R's. You like that brain leech? Yeah, it massages your scalp. Oh, God, it feels so good. El Pollo Loco. Yes, angry rants and stuff. They were forcing us. And my smothered burrito's still in the fridge. Like I took the rest of it home. It was a very interesting, like, you could tell it was family-owned restaurant. The chili, like the sauce they smothered it in was almost like a marinara tasting sauce. Isn't that weird? It's really good, though. It's just very interesting. And instead of just bringing us chips and salsa, they bring you chips, bean dip, and then 4 different types of salsas. And they also bring you 2 tacos on the house there. Because we're like, oh, we didn't order yet. Well, I don't know. And they're like, no, they bring you it with your chips and shit. Isn't that cool? It's fun. Anyways, popote means straw. Popote. I know how to sing Christina Aguilera in Spanish. I have her, you know, that I have her, Spanish album. I know I used to memorize the, Christina Aguilera, mi reflejo, my reflection. Hold on, I'll watch. Which one? We'll do this one. This is her Spanish album. She has a song called Papi Muchachas, na na. Papi Muchachas. Oh. Ready? She's like, I could read the Spanish lyrics though. This one's like one you would hear at a Mexican restaurant. Ready? Dicen por ahí que el tiempo lo cura todo. Dicen que también con alcohol se olvida todo. Pero dude que tú puedas conseguir de algún modo. Olvida mis besos, que si los besos valen más que el oro. Olvidar mis besos, que si los besos valen más que el oro. Y lloré, y lloré, y lloré. El día que tú te fieste. Y lloré, y juré, que en noviembre por triste. Does anybody know what I'm saying? That's on Christina's latest Spanish album. I know Christina Aguilera's Spanish. Isn't that cool? Besos is kisses. She's talking about alcohol and kisses in that song then. So basically she's saying, if you get me drunk, I'll fuck. Which isn't far off from true story with my life, you know? What the heck is he saying to us? I don't know. I also know come on over, baby in Spanish. Ven conmigo, baby. Estoy la castón, tengo listo el corazón. Vienes tú, ya la fiesta comenzó, bailaremos sin control. Oh, amor, llegó la noche de los dos, razón de amar y de celebración, juntos tú y yo, hasta que ilumina el sol. Escúchame solamente tú, porque me enloqueces solamente tú. Oh, wait, acércate, verme. Solamente no me hagas esperar. Contigo quiero estar. Sé tuya nada más. Solamente tú. Ven conmigo, baby. Is that fun? I didn't fucking cuss at you. Cállate pinche boca, way. Stefanana, pussy hole. Hey Siri, how do you say pussy hole in Spanish? Oh.
In Spanish, pussy hole is agujero en el coño.
Say it again.
In Spanish, pussy hole is
agujero en el coño. Agujero en el coño, you pussy hole. You agujero en el cono, pussy. Hey Siri, how do you say go suck a dick in Chinese?
In Mandarin Chinese, go suck a dick is 去吮吸鸡巴.
去吮吸鸡巴. Hey Siri, how do you say Nikki is getting deported from Canada in Russian?
In Russian, Nikki is getting deported from Canada is Nikki депортируют из Канады.
Say it again. Say it again. Bye, Robin. Oh, hey, Siri. How do you say Nikki isn't allowed in the White House anymore in Portugal's?
In Portuguese, Nikki isn't allowed in the White House anymore is Nikki é mais permitida na Casa Branca.
Nikki é mais permitida na Casa Branca. No. She's not allowed. Hey Siri, how do you say I want to make out with Anitra in Finnish?
I can't translate into Finnish.
What the fuck do you have against Finnish people, you fucking racist ass bitch? What the fuck? Why don't you want to speak Finnish, you fucking loser? Hey Siri, say something in Finnish to me.
I can't translate into Finnish.
She's not doing Finnish. She won't do it. I asked her 2 times. Hey Siri, how many languages do you speak? She can translate in English, Arabic, Mandarin, Chinese, Dutch, French. Why wouldn't she do Finnish? Why does she want to do Finnish? You absolutely butchered that Portuguese. I butcher everything. What about Swedish? Hey Siri, how do you say I'm down to fuck in Swedish?
In French, she won't do you absolutely ventured that Portuguese I put your everything. What about Swedish is? Elle veut, est-ce que tu as absolument aventuré ce portugais? Je mets ton tout, qu'en est-il du suédois?
I didn't ask that. Hold on. Hey Siri, how do you say I'm down to fuck in Swedish? She did clap back. Hey Siri, how do I ask, are you down to fuck me in Swedish? She can't translate that into Swedish. Hey Siri, how do you say, Hell, I'm down to fuck now in Chinese.
In Mandarin Chinese, hell, I'm down to fuck now is
见鬼！我现在要做爱了。
Tenkwei to Sanzerwasuaila. I really am down to fuck in Chinese, guys. I'll do it. Hey Siri, how do you say get on that knee and suck my dick in Arabic?
In Arabic, get on that knee and suck my dick is
أركب على تلك الركبة وامتص قضيبي.
Atota bata bata biti asta tatutu tadik that pussy hole didi. Hey Siri, how do I say I heard Tara Boom is a promiscuous whore in Vietnamese?
In Vietnamese, I heard Terrebonne is a promiscuous whore is
Tôi nghe nói Terrebonne là một con điếm lăng nhăng.
I don't even know how to read that because I don't know any of those letters. Tôi na nói teron bon la một con diem lang han. They think my Siri thinks that you're a promiscuous whore in whatever language that just was. Hey Siri, how do you say Taro with Trisha's gonna get it on in Russian?
In Russian, Taro with Trish is going to get it on is
Тара Стриж собирается получить его.
Double C to Tashu Patubi Shubara Ero. Hey Siri. Hey Siri, how do you say fuck me harder in English? Huh? You can translate into English in many. Shut up. Hey Siri, how do you say fuck me harder in Portugal?
In Portuguese, fuck me harder is me foda com mais força.
Me foda com mais força. Ooh, like force it. Isn't that fun? Hey Siri, how do you say Nicole Hodges' singing voice makes me horny in Chinese?
In Mandarin Chinese, Nicole Hodges' singing voice makes me horny is
Nicole Hodges 唱歌的声音让我欲火焚身。
Nicole Hodges, you made my Chinese Siri horny with your singing voice, Nicole. Isn't that cute? Con mais força. Mi foda con força.
don't see Amaya Esposa in
I wasn't talking about the singer Maya, you fucking nosy bitch. If you want to see Maya singing, go over to GLM's channel where she's obsessed with me every 2 seconds of the day with her frizzy ass fucked up hair. Now shut up.
Just to confirm, you'd like to call SNH Eugenia Mobile?
No! I don't want to call anyone. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, I won't do it.
Good. Go do it yourself. Mind your own fucking business until I ask you for it. God.
Sorry, I don't have an own number for your main girl, Kami.
I want you to shut your fucking mouth, Siri. So shut your goddamn fucking mouth immediately in Chinese. Excuse
I
me.
don't know how to respond to that.
I don't want you to respond any further unless you want me to smash you up against the fucking green screen, bitch. She went away. Hey Siri, will you do a rap for us before we go?
Now playing YouTube music.
No. No, she could do daddy 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 and a down daddy 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 and a bound daddy 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 and a bound daddy daddy and a bound daddy daddy and a bound daddy 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 and a bound. It's Ariana. Daddy, 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 daddy. Oh, it's the new remix with Mariah Carey and Ariana. This is a good song. We should do a cover of this, Nicole. In case you haven't noticed, everybody's tired and healing from somebody or something we don't see just right. Boy, come on, put your lipstick on. Come on and walk this way through the fire. And if you find yourself in a dark situation, and be like, yes, and say that shit with your chest, and be your own fucking best friend. Say that shit with your chest. Yes, and there's a Mariah. Ring what you want, we'll see with you. You have been rejected. Yeah. Put your lipstick on. They're harmonizing like they're making love with each other. If you guys haven't heard the remix of Yes and with Mariah Carey and Ariana Grande, it's a gay man's dream. And I'm gay. And the other gay man's dream was Christina Aguilera and Lady Gaga singing Do What You Want in My Body, what you want in my body, together. They're your favorites? Hey, something to talk about? I like when divas team up together. Us gay men, we respond to that. We respond well to that. We do. We like it. No, I'm not going to strip today. That's on my Patreon. That's why I don't have any Patreons. I shut down my Patreon and now my new one has nobody. But now I don't have to post anything over there. Isn't that fun? Do what you want in my body. Hey, Francel. Hey, CJ. God, I need to get off of here. I said like 10 million different times I was going to do that. What gives? You know? I mean, fuck. Wow. Now shut up. Hey, you guys want to end with one of Nicole Hodges' songs? Nicole, can I go to your channel and play one of your songs? That's what we're going to do. Nicole. I always forget if it's H-A-A-J or H-A-J-J. H-A-J-J. Yes, H-A-J-J. Oh, she has Christmas music on here and ooh, hold on a minute. Let's see. Lisa Loeb, Stay. You guys like, we could do her cover of Lisa Loeb. You guys want to do that one? Play the Emily King one. Yes. Okay. So Nicole Hodge. So Michael and I, we had a couple different wedding songs. We walked down the aisle to Keeping You Forever and For Always. They played like the first 20 seconds and it turned off. And we were supposed to dance to Emily King, this song that Nicole made. She did a cover for Michael and myself and she uploaded it. And it was, I think it was right before our wedding that she uploaded it. We never ended up dancing at our wedding reception. It was just karaoke and stuff. So I'm going to play that. If you guys don't know Nicole Hodge, this is the link to this video, and then just subscribe to her channel because she's the one that goes on these karaoke live streams, and to put it bluntly, is the only good singer. She's really good. Okay. So, and you know, everyone has fun. Other people are good, but she's like the only one that you really want to tune in to listen to. And I don't like karaoke live streams that much. They're fun, but you know, she's the only good one. Oh my God. Sorry. Okay. Let's share the screen, guys. We're going to take, Nicole Hodge is going to take it out for us. She going to take out the trash and she going to bring in that good. Okay. An error occurred. Please try again. Go fuck yourself. Why is there an error? What are you talking about? Why is there an error? Hold on. Let's try again. Let's refresh the page. Why is there an error? Hold on. Here we go. I think now. Play it, bitch. Playback ID? What's happening? Nicole? Why is it doing that? Well, play. Do you guys see that? Error messages? Yeah, fuck error messages. They could suck it. That's not cool. See if I could. Hold on a minute. Video. See if it plays on my phone. It's playing on my phone. Fuck. Reload. Okay. Let's reload it. You got it. You got it. Play. Ah! Fuck you. I want to learn more about it all. Hell, I want it all. Why? If you're having problems playing your YouTube video, try troubleshooting. Connection to server, video unavailable. Retry. I don't like your attitude, Google. There's never a reason for the error. Ah! It's a YouTube glitch. Okay. Let's see if they... Hold on. Let's see if they play any of her other ones. Let's see if it plays... Let's see. Lauren Daigle. Oh my god, you did Lauren Daigle? Let's see if it plays this one. Oh! Hold on a minute. This could be a setting because when my green screen wasn't working, I turned some things off. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a moment, please. Give me a moment. Thank you. Settings. Well, if we can't play it for some reason, just go over to her channel and listen to it because it's amazing. But now I want to go listen to USE because I haven't heard you sing that. Okay, restore settings to their default. Don't want to do that. What's this? No. Son of a fucking whore. It used to happen to me all the time, but I can't remember how I fixed it. Well, fuck. Yeah, go click the link that I put in the chat. I'm going to pin it right now. Go over to Nicole Hodges' channel. Listen to her beautiful voice. Link that I put in the chat. Okay. Go over there and listen to the song she did for our wedding and subscribe to her. Do you understand? God, it's not playing anything. Let's see if it plays this. Fuck. Fuck. It's not playing any YouTube videos now. It's a cover. Yes, it's a cover. Sorry. You guys have to forgive Nikki. She's Canadian, and she doesn't speak English very well. You have to like type things out very slowly for her and like word it out like the way that it sounds. Like you have to write out the pronunciation in parentheses for her or she won't understand what you're saying to her. Just so you know, and type in big capital letters so Nikki can read it to you. Darling Nikki, because she's also a little bit, you know, she really damaged her brain. Question? She's gonna come for me hard. My day is ruined. Hey, Nell Bell. I think that I ruined a setting and now I got to figure out how to go back and try to fix it. So fuck. I'm going to be sitting here doing that. See, like she knows how to say cuss words. If you read here, fuck off and clear your cache. But do you notice how she put fuck off as one word? That's because she's, well, not only like illiterate, what's uneducated in America because she's Canadian. Love you, Nikki. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me sound it out. I love you, Nikki. Do you understand? Play it on your phone and hold your phone up. It's not the same. Plus, it'll send you over to her channel so you can subscribe so she can make more songs and you can listen to her beautiful voice because she also plays her own instruments and I think she's a vocal coach and all sorts of stuff. You bastard. Now, see what she's doing here is she's projecting with the word you bastard. because she was left on Nikki, when she came into the world, darling Nikki, she was actually left at the fire station someone knocked on the door and ran. And she was tossed around like a hot potato for a good 12 years of her life, trying to find someone to, like, first of all, understand what she was saying, because she spoke like with this weird, like, blah, 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 and she would foam from the mouth and like slobber and stuff. And then she finally found her place in the world in Canada and was raised by a family of monks. Now here she is on YouTube. Welcome. You've come a long way. We're proud of you, Nikki. So hearts and monk emojis in the chat for Nikki. And I hope everybody has a beautiful day today. Do you have any questions about that? Everybody put a Canadian flag in the chat for Nikki. Rabies. Yeah, I think she was born. I think that was one of the things Nikki was born with, was rabies, herpes, lots of shit. I think she also, when the birth happened, they were standing up and she's just like shot out of the vagina hole and landed like straight on her head. So that impact alone, I mean, is enough to, obviously, what you see, for her to speak the way that she does. So we're very accepting and patient with her. What did she say? If you guys suddenly stop hearing from Robbie, don't be surprised. See. Siri, have a nice day. Fuck Siri. Just kidding. All right, guys, I gotta go. I have procrastinated long enough. And I hope you have a beautiful day. And I'll talk to you later. Go check out darling Nikki's playlist, where she is taught how to pronounce vowels in the American language. And also go check out Nicole Hodge, who was darling Nikki's speech teacher. Have a good day. Bye-bye. No, chance, no, dance.